All right. Recording has started. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Earn while you learn. Freight broker, freight dispatch, freight forwarding, all-around logistics training and consulting platform. Today, we are broadcasting from the Urban Food Market here in Tallahassee, Florida. Area down here in the Urban Food Market, as y'all can see here. They've got everything you want. Nice area to come and kind of do a little satellite broadcast. I come here often. I love it. It's right around the corner from my new place. So, you know, hey, you can't beat it. All right, today we have a lot of exciting news. We got a lot of new things going on. Some things are starting to really break open for us and starting to happen. In case you all haven't noticed, we have added on a source where we get about, on average daily, total of a little just under 8,000 loads per day. And that is a mixture of every type of loads you can think of. Flatbed loads, reefer loads, dry van loads, hot shot loads, equipment loads, car loads, heavy equipment loads. So if you all were waiting for loads, the loads are here. Okay? That is all good things, and due to one of our students, Mr. Terrell Davis over at TNT Freight, he has secured a shipping source to where they send him anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 plus loads every day. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and mute some people because there's stuff going on in the background. I need to get muted out. Make sure I get y'all muted. Again, if you have a question, either type it in or unmute yourself and ask the question. But TNT Freight, Mr. Terrell I'm giving a shout out to him because he followed the program. He worked the steps of the program. He used that link where you go and search for brokers and search for shippers. He was able to connect with the shipping source, and lo and behold, look what happens. He is now funneling over anywhere between 6,000 and 8,000 loads that we get to post to our load boards and get to send out to you all every single morning. All right, and these are live loads. These are not bait loads. These are live loads. You can actually book these loads. And every last one of these loads are paying a minimum of $2.50 per mile or better. And they are active and live on the load boards now. All right, so that's exciting. And we're going to explain to you all why that's exciting and how this is going to help each and every last one of you all to have the opportunity to make a ton of money. And if you just follow his example and some other stuff. All right. Yes, I am sharing, and we will get to this in just a bit. If you're on our system, you'll know that we're sharing. You should be getting the loads every morning, and you should be going to the load boards and seeing the loads posted there. If you're following the system, you'll know we're sharing. Okay? All right, that was a question. We answered that. Are you sharing? Of course we're sharing. All right. I'm getting ready to share my screen. If you were asking about sharing the screen, no, we're not sharing the screen yet. We were just in our intro part. In our intro part, you all get to look at my ugly face, and I apologize for that. But you know, it's my party, so I'm gonna show my face for a little bit, and I'm gonna wallow in the spotlight for a little bit. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get the camera off me. I'm here in a second. You gotta look at my. I'm ugly mug for that much longer. Angie B. Since you don't put me on the spot, I'm gonna put you on the spot. All right. All right. But yeah, we're getting around to that type of stuff. Mr. Charles Mundy, I hope he's on here today. He made himself available this morning, and since he made himself available, he has the honor of receiving all the flood of phone calls we got in this morning. So I'm gonna show you all there's a new product on a new feature that we have on the load boards that allows us to be able to send a mass email to all of the trucks that are surrounding each load. Now this is going to change things a little bit. And we tested it out this morning, and just from our test run this morning, and I used Mr. Mundy as the bait for it, as the guinea pig for it. And just from the test run this morning, he got innovated with a whole bunch of calls that were coming from carriers this morning that we were sending those mass emails out to, those mass messages out to on the load board. He was just getting bombarded with calls. I actually have about 4 or 5 calls that I have recorded on my phone from this morning. I'm going to try to pull them up and play them for you all. Yeah, it's things. The floodgates are open. Okay, the floodgates are open, and I want to thank Mr. Terrell and his assistant over at, let's see here, Mr. Terrell and his assistant, Ms. Tyler Evans, over at TNT Freight, one of our students. They followed the program, and quite frankly, Mr. Terrell is standing in the path of opportunity where he can literally generate close to $500,000 this year. Now that's no exaggeration, and I'm going to show you all exactly how he's going to do that. And you can do the exact same thing if you follow the system. Okay, if you have been working the system, you follow the system, the same type of opportunity could have presented itself to you. Okay, so let's get right into it. Start sharing our screens, and give me a second here. We'll start sharing our screens. So I get my ugly mug off here so y'all can look at something other than me. All right. We are now sharing our screen. Okay, first of all, make sure everybody goes to our website, RBBStransport.com. That's our back office site. Of course, you know that's where everything begins. Okay, at RBBStransport.com. All right, we're going to go to our site. Of course, everybody that's part of our network has a back office login. If you do not have a back office login yet, go to the site, go to the dispatcher tools and resources, and submit your submittal to gain access to our back office area. Now, if you are not enrolled, if you haven't enrolled into our platform, if you haven't paid your $299.95 one-time enrollment fee, and if you haven't taken your test, and if you haven't gone through orientation, you will not gain access to the site. Let me repeat that. If you are not enrolled, if you have not completed your testing, your required basic knowledge quiz, and if you have not finished orientation, you have not gone through a Monday orientation, you will not be admitted to the back office site of this website. You won't have access to our tools and resources. Okay? And if you try to enroll with any other email address other than the one that you enroll with, when you set up your username and password, if you use anything other than the email address you enroll with, it won't be approved right away. You have to send us a link. You'll receive a message from us or from the site letting you know that the email address does not match your enrollment email address, and you need to send us over your email address that you enroll with and your name to verify that you are enrolled in our platform. Okay? Charles Money just sent me a message that he is so busy. See, that's what he get for being the guinea pig. But he is so busy. Calls have been steadily coming in since we launched this new platform, since we launched our new strategy, and they've been coming in like clockwork. He literally can't tear himself away from the phone. He's sending me what's called right now. He said he has 5 dispatch agreements signed. He just sent me a message. He has 5 dispatch agreements that he's done this morning. He has 3 more on the way, and he has arranged about 4 loads booked this morning already. So people, hey, this works, all right? But let's get into it. Let me go through these messages here real quick. Yep, those are all the messages that I got from Mr. Mundy. And he just sent me something in a big all cap, and it says help, okay? All right, we're going to give him some help. I'm trying to get all of you in on this so you all can start helping him out and relieve him of some of that money he's making over there, okay? But let's get back to this. Logging in. All right, log in to the back office site. Once you're into the back office site, you have access to our tools and resources. Now, today we're going to go straight to load board training because I need to bring y'all up to speed on all these new loads and stuff that we have. If you need to access your dispatch agreements, all this back in the back office site, you can access all of that. Your carrier dispatch agreement, that is our main agreement that we send to the carriers. If you are not a broker, this is the agreement you would use. If you are a dispatcher, you would use this agreement. If you are a bonded broker, you would use the second one where it says broker carrier contract. That's the one you would use to sign up your carriers. But if you're a dispatcher, you would use this dispatch agreement. If you are a bonded broker, you would use this agreement down here, okay? Tools and resources, how to search for your shippers. Click this button right here, put in what you're looking for. Sugar, salt, pepper, grass, ice cream, lumber, whatever it is you're looking for, put it in right there. When you click that search, that's going to take you right over to our search site that we have access to, the federal government site. It's going to give you access to every shipper in the United States, all 19 million plus of them. This is how TNT Freight and Mr. Terrell was able to get access to the shipper that's now sending him over 8,000 loads per day, which we're about to go over here real soon. There's a script that you can use here, you can download, you can pull up, and you can present it to them as well. We kind of ran this so quickly so I can get you all right to the load board. All right, load board access right here. Let's go into the load board. All right, we're in 1, 2, 3 load board, and let's get into this training. And we're going to go to where it says find loads. Hold on here. Find loads. That should take us right to where we need to go. There we go. And then we're going to go back to home real quick. And that's going to take us over to the truck locator. All right. These are our loads. This morning, for the weekend loads, we have posted a total of, it says 1,913 loads. Now, that's how many loads that we have posted this morning. Actually, there's about 2,300 loads. Some of them have more than one load. Some of these loads have multiple loads. So that's why it's only showing roughly 1,900 on the screen. But some of those posted have 3 or 4 loads that are leaving out from the same location. So they only post them as one load, but they'll tell you that there are 4 shipments. There are 4, this load repeats itself 4 times. So, or 3 times, or whatever the case may be. Every load you see in here, all of these loads are paying $2.50 per mile or more, or better. Okay? Every load in here is paying $2.50 per mile or better. There's a mixture. There's a mixture of reefer freight, as you can see here, flatbed, and dry van. And there's some hot shot loads that have, that's only carrying X amount of weight that hot shots can pull as well. So, what does this do for us? All right, here's what this does. I'm gonna try to explain this the best way I can. Okay? When I created this platform, matter of fact, I'm about to let you all in on a secret. Some of you may know and some of you may not know. In 2009, I was homeless. Okay? I don't hide anything. Everything you want to know about me is posted online. How do I know this? Because I put it there. Okay? When I was released from prison in 2009, yeah, I was in prison. When I was released from prison in 2008, I was homeless, completely homeless. But I made a promise that I was going to create a legitimate business and do things the right way. Okay? Released from prison, didn't have nothing. Nothing. When I say I started at the bottom, I started at the bottom. Dead zero. Last on the list. Okay, not a place to sleep, not a dime to my name except for the $100 they gave me, when I was released from prison. I took that $100 and I bought a used laptop for $60 and I bought a Boost Mobile cell phone for $40. And I started recording myself and my business ventures. Okay, you can look it up online. It's called Diary of a Homeless Entrepreneur in Tallahassee, or you can look up Financial Freedom by Design, or you can look up, Homeless Entrepreneur Calvin Butler. Look it up. There's about 140 videos, and I've been recording myself in one way or another ever since that day, showing what type of progress I've made and trying to show others how you can actually create something from nothing. Now, in the course of doing that, and this is all going to make sense to you all here in just a second, that first year when I was homeless, and after I used to get up 4 in the morning and walk down to the, what's that place that has the day job, the day labor place. I used to walk down to the day labor place and try to get on. 4 in the morning. If you didn't get put on a job by 6 a.m., then you just weren't going to get put on a job that day. And most of these jobs were hard-working jobs, construction, digging ditches, things like that. But it was what it was. On the days I didn't get sent out, I would go and work on my business ideas. And I would always go to this park here in Tallahassee, Florida, right down there by the police department. It's right across the street from Golden Corral. Is right there. It's the main park here in Tallahassee, right there on Monroe Street. But I would go down there, and there was a guy down there, another guy who I thought was homeless. He was an old guy, white gentleman, older. He always wore like an old house coat and some and some beat up house shoes, had a little straggly beard. I used to go down there and we used to talk about my business ideas. And he used to give me some advice, but I thought it was just another homeless guy. We were just kicking it, feeding the ducks, and we was talking about business. Fast forward, lo and behold, about a year and a half to 2 years later, I've gotten myself out of the shelter. I started my first business, an auto parts brokerage firm, and I've gotten a job at the Holiday Inn working nights as the night auditor. At the Holiday Inn Resort here in Tallahassee, as the night auditor, they were having a conference for cruise ship and resort hotel owners. And I was on duty that night during the night shift doing the auditing. And a Maybach, for those of you who don't know what a Maybach is, that is a very expensive Mercedes limousine, pulls up with a female chauffeur. She gets out, she opens the door. This guy steps out looking like new money. Tall, white gentleman, about 6'4", 6'5", lean, beard, so manicured it looked like it was drawn onto his face. Had a suit on that had to be worth at least, 10 grand. His watch had to be worth at least, it was some type of tag watch that had to be worth at least $50,000. And when I say this guy looked like money, this guy looked like money. Walk up to the desk, he tells me who he is, and we pull up his file and find out he is the owner of Carnival Cruise Lines. He's one of the owners of Carnival Cruise Lines and Royal Caribbean Hotel Resorts. Okay? We start talking, and he says to me, your voice sounds familiar. He said, my voice sounds familiar. I have a very distinctive voice, as you all probably already know. He said, your voice sounds unfamiliar. Do we know each other? I said, I don't think so, but you look vaguely unfamiliar yourself. He asked me, where was I from? I told him I was from Tallahassee. He said, okay. He said, great. So we started talking. And he asked me, what do I do other than this? Is this, this? I said, no, I started my own little business. And I told him about my auto parts brokerage firm. And he smiled and said, you don't remember me, do you? I said, no, I don't think I do. He said, we used to talk all the time at the park. You just come down and feed the ducks. He said, I believe you was homeless at the time. I go, yeah, I was. I said, I'm sorry, but I always thought you was homeless. And he said, no, I'm not homeless. I have my granddaughters. They go to school here at Florida State, and I have a set of condominiums that are down off just down from that lake. And this is where I spend my off time. I spend about 4 to 6 months a year on my downtime here, and so I can be close to them. And so we sat and we talked for about a good half hour to 40 minutes. And during that half hour to 40 minutes, he leaned over to me and he said, look, I'm going to let you in on a secret. And I'm going to tell you this because I think you can handle it. Because you've shown me that you have what it takes to not let anything stand in your way. And you've shown the fortitude it takes to be able to create wealth and stay on the path and not get deterred. He said, the secret I'm about to tell you is a secret that every self-made billionaire knows. Every self-made billionaire has used this to become a billionaire. If you've ever wondered how people amass that much money, $60 billion in worth, $20 billion in worth, $1 billion in worth, that's a lot of money. If you've ever wondered how people get to that point, he said, this is the secret of how they get there. He said, I'm not talking about these billionaires that get their money passed down to them from their, inheritance. I'm talking about self-made billionaires. Self-made billionaires. Mark Zuckerberg, okay, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey. All these people who are self-made billionaires, they follow this same secret. And we all know what this secret is, but most people won't be able to grasp it, and most people won't be able to understand it. And so that secret is find something, a business model or a platform that you can give away. Not sell it, okay? Not pimp it out, but that you can give away. And the more people you give it away to, the more money it will bring back to you. He says, now when you find that type of platform, you will know it. He said, you will instantly know it when you find that type of platform. When you find that type of business model and you develop a platform, you will know it. And if you give it away and you don't sell it, you don't pimp it out, you give it away, it's going to bring back 10 times more than it's worth each and every time it comes back to you. I tell you all this because this is that platform. Okay? Each and every one of you that are on here now, there's these videos that we do every week. All this training, all this sales training, all this load board training, all this stuff, we post it free on YouTube. We give it away. We give it away to millions. We give it away to whoever wants to see it. I can't tell you the number of phone calls, the number of emails that I get on a daily basis that say, I can't believe you are just giving this stuff away on YouTube. The calls I get and the threatening emails I get from other freight broker trainers and people who are selling these freight broker courses online for $1,200 to $5,000. I get threatening phone calls from them every day. I get nasty emails from them. I get nasty posts on Facebook and social media about us, and I'm quite sure a lot of you have seen them. Well, they're doing that for a reason, because they don't like what we're doing, because we are giving away a lot of stuff that they are charging for. We give the stuff that they charge $1,200 and $5,000 for, we give it away. And the reason why we give it away is because of that secret that the guy told me about. That billionaire told me about this secret. You give away your platform, and your platform will return everything tenfold. And the reason why we give it away is, and not only do we give that away, when you all enroll, we give you all a lot of stuff. We give you all what? Access to the load boards that we pay for. We give you all the toll-free number. We give you all access to 19 million plus shippers. We have students who are going out getting loads, like Mr. Davis, Mr. Terrell over at TNT Freight. He has 8,000 loads, and he has given them to you all. He's not charging you for those loads. He is giving them to you. You all receive 5% of the load fee when you book one of his loads, right? You're still going to get your same 5%, even though they are his loads, and he is giving them to you to go and find carriers for. And when you all find a carrier, you all make your 5%. He is taking 2.5%. I am taking 2.5%. So we are giving up. We're actually giving up half of our percentage so that you can still keep your full 5%. Why? Because that is the beauty of the secret. That's the beauty of the key to becoming completely wealthy. We have about 200 of you all who are listed with us as your own dispatch firms. By Mr. Davis giving away those 8,000 loads per day to you all, and if each one of you all went out and booked one of his loads per week, just one load per week, and if that load turned a profit of what? For a dispatch agreement of $100, that means you would get $50, he would get $25, and we would get $25. Now, I'm going to show you the beauty of giving away stuff and getting money back. And this is what the guy meant. This is what the guy was talking. This is what that billionaire was talking about. And most people won't get this. Most people won't understand it because they have a greed factor. Okay? Mr. Davis has now put himself in a position, Terrell over at TNT Freight, they have put themselves in a position by giving away these 8,000 loads and only getting a quarter on every 25 cents on every dollar that comes back. 200 of you all, if each one of you all book one of his loads per week, he is, and his company is in a position to earn $5,000 a week. Because there's 200 of you all, if each one of you book one load per week, that he's giving you all 8,000 loads, if you book one of those loads per week, that's going to return him 200 loads booked each week. And he is getting what? $25 on every load. If the load fee is $1,000, you make 100, you make 50, he makes 25, and we make 25. That's going to generate for him $5,000 in revenue each week. That he doesn't have anything to do except what? Give those loads away. Because when you book them, you're doing the processing on it. You're the one who's contacting them and booking the load. That's all he's doing. He's booking the load for this shipper. You all are turning around and doing what? You all have still got to process the paperwork. You all still got to get the confirmation sheet. You still got to send it over to your carrier. The carrier still has to book that load. You still have to stay in touch with your carrier. You still have to get what? The BOLs from the carrier when the carrier sends that in. When the carrier sends in your BOLs, you all send it over to us. When the carrier gets ready to get paid and they send the pay voucher back, you all send us a copy of that pay voucher so we can do what? We can invoice and bill that carrier so you can get your what? Your $50 from that load. And in doing that, Mr. Davis or Mr. Terrell, all he's done is what? Went out and secured these loads, and then he gave them away to you all. You all see how that thing works when you find a platform and you give it away and it returns to you money? This is how it works. Because the reason why I went through this little lengthy spiel with you, because I want you all to understand something. If you are getting, because some of you have loads, because I speak with y'all on a daily basis. Some of you are getting anywhere from 800 to 1,000 to 1,200 loads every day, but you're keeping them for yourself because you have that greed mentality. You cannot and you will not make money holding on to that greed mentality. You're saying to yourself, well, my loads are worth more than 0.25% return. Why would I give you my 1,000 loads if every load you book, you're only going to pay me, a quarter of the 10% on it? Well, keep your loads. And I'm telling you, Those of you who have those loads and you keep them, do me a favor. Check to see how many loads you booked this week or how many loads you booked last week. Okay? Some of you that have all these loads haven't booked a load yet. Why? Because you're greedy. Now, I told you all that I don't sugarcoat stuff. I told you all when y'all join up to this platform, I'm going to tell you everything just like it is. This is not Bill Cosby, Jell-O pudding type training. This is Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle raw training. I give it to you straight. Some of you who are holding on to those loads and you're not willing to share them with the network, you're not going to make money on them because you are greedy. You have that greed factor. And you can't understand that secret that the billionaire told me about on how you amass wealth. You cannot and you will not amass wealth by yourself. This platform is set up so that we as a network can come up together. Mr. Davis over at TNT Freight, Mr. Mundy, and some others, they understand that. That's why they are busy. That's why they are on and right in the path of opportunity to make $500,000 to $1 million this year. I'm not lying to you. You all see what's going on. You see the numbers. A week ago, we were posting, 60 to 100 loads? Why? Because everybody else who was greedy was holding on to their load. TNT Freight looked at it and said, okay, we see that, we see the concept. We understand that if we give these away, we'll get more back. And look what's happened. All of a sudden, we have over 8,000 loads that we send out to you all every day. We're posting over 2,000 loads onto the load board. Now, I'm going to show you something else. When these loads go out, because now you all have access to 8,000 loads, another thing you can do is when you contact your carrier, as we see here, look, when we click on one of our loads and you see all these carriers over here, when you contact the carriers, now you add something else to your pitch. Not only can you find them the loads that they want, but you can book the load that you see right there with them if it's still available. Not only can you do that, but now you can say to them, hey, if you sign on with us, sign our dispatch agreement, and you come on with us, I can arrange for you to get this load list, these 8,000 load lists sent to you every morning directly to your email. That way, all you've got to do from this point on out is pull up your email, pull up the 8,000 load list, find the load you want, call me up and book it. Do you all understand that this puts you in an automated type of system? And you get this because TNT Freight was willing to give you those loads. And now you can share those loads with your carriers. And you can have something else that you can present to the carriers that's going to entice them to sign on with you and not with someone else. Which is going to do what? Create more work for you. I need y'all to understand this. Now that y'all have heard me preach, let's go into this training here real quick. But I hope you all can grasp that secret. I hope you all can grasp that secret that was shared to me by a billionaire, and only people who have a certain type of mindset can grasp it and will truly understand it. Aaron Flippin just said that's a great testimony, Kevin. Thank you so much for keeping it real and sharing with us. Anytime, Aaron, I mean, that's the only way we make it. If I keep it to myself, it does nobody no good. Okay? All right? But I hope you all can grasp it. I hope you can understand it. I hope you all understand the power of giving away of that system that makes millionaires. If you look at Mark Zuckerberg, that's exactly what he did. He created a platform, the platform that we use, billions use every day. You all use it. But do you pay for Facebook? No. It's free. He gave it to you. Do you pay for the tools and sources and resources you use on Facebook? No. He gave it to you. It's free to you. Other places, when they developed their social media sites, they want to charge for making phone calls on the site. Mark Zuckerberg said, nah, it's going to be free. Other places said, if you want to transfer money on the site, we're going to charge you this much percentage. Mark Zuckerberg said, nope, we're going to give you the ability to do that for free. Other places said, if you want to make video calls and do live broadcasts on Facebook, if you want to do what they call the Facebook Live, and so they say, well, we're going to charge you, a access fee. He said, nope, we're going to give it to you for free. And look what happened. He's worth $72 billion now because he found a platform he can give away for free. And when he gave away for free, advertisers come to him and say, hey, we'll pay you money. We'll pay you money. We'll pay you money. You see what happens? Twitter, same way. Do you pay to get on Twitter? Nope, it's free. They're worth $40 billion now. Bill Gates, Internet Explorer, he developed that. All the software that comes on it. The stuff that we use now. Microsoft Word, all that stuff. Did he sell that? No. He gave it away for free. And he is arguably the richest man in the world right now. You think that billionaire was lying to me? Do you really think he was lying? Or can you see the connections here? Okay? Now, how do we make this work? How do we make this work? Okay? Charles just sent me something that said, make it stop, laugh out loud. He's getting so many calls, he is literally just overwhelmed. And let me get you all in on this so you all can start taking some of these calls that Charles is getting. All right. Here's what's generating so many calls for Charles right now. He literally can't break off to actually come in and talk to us. I hope he can kind of find time to just to step in and say a few words to us real quick while we're on the broadcast, but he is busy, okay? Because I want y'all to hear from him. But anyway, here's what we're doing. Normally, we train you all to go to the locator, okay? And the loads we have, we say use those as bait. Okay, that's changing. These are not bait loads anymore. These are live loads. These are loads that you can book. These are loads that you can book and make money on. But when you go there, you notice here when you click on it, it pulls up all these trucks over here that are within a 75-mile radius of that load. And this is a flatbed step deck load here, okay? This is a flatbed step deck load. It's going 470 miles. You know it's paying $2.50, so all you got to do is multiply $2.50 times 470, and you got the rate. You got how much money that carrier is going to be making, okay? So you don't have to go and try to find a load to see where, how much it's paying. All of these loads are paying a minimum of $2.50. Now, can we get more on them? Yes, we can. But we're starting them all off at $2.50. Why? Because that's a good flat rate, okay? But if a carrier says, well, I got to have, $2.60, then great. When you call up TNT Freight, because that's who you're going to call, because these are his loads. When you call him up, or when you call up his assistant, Miss Tyler, okay? When you call her up, you're going to say to her, look, here's the load that's going from such and such going down to Sherman, Texas, from Kansas down to Sherman, Texas. A carrier wants that load, but he wants to know if he can get, if he can get $2.55 or $2.60 instead of the $2.50. She's going to say, give me a moment. She's going to call them up, or she's going to look at her pay list and see if they've got money enough in it to move up that much more. If she does, she's going to tell you, yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and book it. Okay? Now, if you all want to know what's causing Charles to be innovated by so many calls right now, the calls that he's getting are being generated by this. When you click on one of the loads, before we used to have you all to call each one of these, and you can still call each one of them. You can call them up and try to get them booked. But once you get that load booked, then what do you do with the rest of them? You just call them and you pitch them and try to get them to sign a dispatch agreement. But now you can do this. You can go here and see down here where it says send alert. If you click on that send alert, it has an area for you to send all those matches an email, a text message. You can send it to them right now. And this is what that text message does. Let me pull it up for you here. I'm gonna show you what we send in a text message. And I have it, and I'm gonna put this on the back office site so you all can have this little thing that you can copy and paste and put right in there. And this is what we've been sending out this morning for Charles, is why he is so yep. Here it is. This is the text message right here. This is the text message that we have, and we're gonna have this where you all can just copy and paste this. Okay? You're going to be able to copy and paste this, and you're going to be able to say send alert. You're going to copy and paste it. And you see that right there? Well, hold on. I don't like that. So you're going to copy and paste it, and it is going to have it to where it's going to have the 866-973-6445. Now, you can put your number in there if you want to, but I would prefer you put the toll-free number and put your extension. All right. Who on here wants to receive a call real quick? Just to show you how this works. Doesn't it? Somebody chime in. The first person that chimes in said, I want this. Come on. Somebody want to make money. I know y'all ain't that nervous and scared. All right. Somebody text. Sharita M just sent me a thing and said, I want this. All right. Sharita, what's your extension? 781. All right. We're going to put in 781 for Miss Sharita. Here, let me get my right what you call it here real quick. So that one doesn't really show it the way it should. Get out here. Here we go. There we go. That's what I want. Let's get that one. Now let's go back. All right, paste in, and we're gonna say extension 781. All right, we're gonna copy and paste all that. So here's what I'm gonna do. Now, Sharita, I want you to kind of stay on with us, and when you get a call, let us know when you start getting calls. Okay? Do you need me to unmute my mic? When you get a call, unmute your mic and let us know that you got calls, okay? All right, Dorian, you haven't gotten your extension yet because, like I said, we are going to get everybody. Everybody's going to have their extensions by close of business today. We have been so busy with all, because as you all can see, if Charles Monday is getting all those calls, imagine what the calls that we've been getting all week. Our interns have been just swamped. Okay, so give us a minute. We will get those to everyone. We'll get your extensions out. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a live experiment here. All right, we just posted that for Sharita. We're doing a live, this is a live experiment. Now, we sent those out. We're going to click on that one. We're going to find someone that's got a lot of loads here on some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is, these drivers are not on here this morning. There's one. We're going to send this alert out for Sharita. We're going to send find some more loads just sitting out. Not a whole lot of reefer drivers out this morning. Send that out for Sharita. Try to give Charles Monday some help here this morning. Send the alert out again. My bad, Sharita. I haven't been putting in the rate. My bad. Let me do this. That might help to generate some calls. There we go. My bad. You got to put in the rate. Let's do some training here while we're doing this, so I can show y'all how to put in the rate and stuff. All right. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna just roll through here. You're gonna click on each load, and you're gonna see how many drivers are surrounding that load. Some of them are kind of weak, especially when you get to these reefers. There's not a whole lot of reefers out this morning. You're probably gonna have more flatbeds. But you're gonna copy and paste your message in there, and this message just simply states the RBBS National Dispatchers Network, okay, has more than 5,000 loads, all paying $2.50 CPM or better. How much money do you need to move your truck? Dispatchers on duty, call toll free 866-973-6445 extension 781. That's Sharita's extension. When you go down here, you put in 2.50. Because all the loads are paying $2.50 per mile. Over here where it says that's for the entire trip or CPM. You're going to go up here, you're going to click per mile, and you're going to click send. Just that simple, okay? Once you put your information in, your information is going to stay in there until you log out of the system and you log back in, okay? But you gotta keep putting in the rate and the whether it's the total rate or if it's per mile. Now, we're gonna see now that we start putting in the right stuff, try to find one that's got like a lot of carriers surrounding it. Flatbeds usually have a lot of carriers, all right? So we're gonna send them these flatbed list. The great thing about this is you all have 8,000 loads that you can do this with. Okay, so if you're doing this, now you are reaching a whole lot more trucks at one time. Now you can literally reach out to 1,000 or more trucks in less than an hour. And I hope y'all are seeing how valuable this tool is, especially when you have so many loads now. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna send a couple more for her, and let her see if she starts getting some calls. Aaron Flippin just asked me a question. Are the carrier phone calls being transferred to our personal mobile phone numbers and voice messages going to Grasshopper? Yes. I'm Sharita, I answer that question in just a minute. Are the carrier phone calls being transferred? Aaron says, are the carrier phone calls being transferred to our personal mobile phone numbers and voice messages? Yes. When you all send in your profile as to what the interns normally do is they're gonna get this out to everybody. It's gonna try to have all this done for everybody this weekend. Most of you already have it. They send you an email asking you to supply your profile information, your full name or company name, your company's website address, your email address, and your email address where you want your dedicated domain emails forwarded to and where you want your faxes forwarded to. Because your e-faxes, we give you a fax number, but when someone faxes stuff into that number, it is transferred to an email, and then it is sent over to your email address. So you give us the email address you want those faxes to be sent to, right? You're also going to give us a phone number that you have access to 24/7. Don't give us a phone number of a land-based phone and then you're away from home half the day. What sense does that make? Okay? If you want to receive calls from carriers, give us that cell phone number. Give us that phone that you're going to have by your side that you're going to pick up every time it rings. Because if you give us that number, when they dial our two toll-free numbers and they put in your extension, it's going to ring to that phone. Okay? And make sure you're available. Every morning, all we ask is that you come to our chat group on Facebook and you just mark yourself extension 761 available, extension 705 available, extension such and such available. Just come to our chat group. If you're not part of our chat group on Facebook, look me up. Look up my personal profile on Facebook. My personal profile on Facebook is this right here. This is my personal profile on Facebook. Show you what it looks like, so you all would know. You see my ugly mug there, you know, in my purple shirt, okay? And you see it's right there, Calvin Butler, RBBS Logistics Training. Okay? You do that and you send me a message. Go up here and you message me. You send me a message, and that message basically just states, add me to the chat group. That's all you got to do. And I will add you to our private chat group. Okay? Charles Mundy just sent me a thing that says, just in a dispatch agreement to the company with a fleet of 25 vans, dry vans. So y'all see how this thing works, man. And if you were holding off on doing stuff with us, if you were kind of testing the waters and not ready to jump full-fledged in, you better jump in the water before the pool gets too crowded. Okay? Because I'm telling you, and Mr. Davis is sitting in a very, 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 very attractive spot right now. Okay? I don't know who this guy is. He's calling me, but he has to wait right now. Mr. Flippin says, are the carrier phone? Okay, we already got that one. Sharita, okay. Charles Monday, we got that one. Charles Monday said, tell any doubters to call him. Okay. Charles said, if anybody has any doubt, call him, and he'll show you how busy he is right now. And remember, I sent this out to about 10 different groups this morning just to test for Mr. Monday. And look what it's doing for him. Okay? Look what it's doing for him. Sharita should be getting some calls here pretty soon. Let's get back to our training. All right. So we're sending these out for Sharita so that she can, so we can see how this is going to work for her. Okay. $2.50 per mile. All right. Okay. So we're getting about, let's say 6 to 8,000 loads every morning, and this is what the load list looks like. Some of you have been getting this. This is our load list now. Okay. And you all know last week our load list had about 60 to 100 loads on it. This is what it looks like now. I hope y'all can see this. This is what our load list looks like now. It has grown considerably. And this is mainly due to Mr. Terrell's and his assistant over at TNT Freight, which is one of our students, someone just like yourself, no different than you all. He joined us. I don't know if he's on. Mr. Terrell, if you're on here today, kind of chime in. I don't know if you're on here. I know you were tired because you was up till about 2 in the morning last night. And your assistant, I know she was up till about 3 because I was up and we were conferencing on a conference call, getting all these loads ready to be posted this morning. So I know we were up late. But if you're on here, just kind of chime in. But these are the loads that he is getting, and he is giving them away to you because you all are still making your full 5% of the load fee. You're still in your full 50% of that 10% dispatch fee. Okay? And then he's just giving them away to you. And as y'all can see here, we've got more loads on the load board than any one poster, any one supplier right now. Okay? And that is going to grow. And this is not even the full 8,000 load list. This is just a list of about 2,700, 2,300. So imagine what happens when we start posting those full lists, 6,000, 8,000 loads. And we start sending those lists out to your carriers. Now, here's what I need you all to do. If you have carriers under a dispatch agreement, I know this is going to be a pain, but I need you all to do it. If you have carriers under a dispatch agreement, I need everyone to send me your carrier's information and those. I know you may have sent them to us before, but I need you all to send them to us again. And I'm going to explain to you why. I need you all to compile a list of all your carriers that you have under a dispatch. If you don't have them signed to a dispatch agreement, don't send them over. If you have carriers signed to a dispatch agreement, send us the names, DOT number, and the dispatch agreement of those carriers that you have signed. A copy of that dispatch agreement. Send it over to dispatch@rbbstransport.com. Okay, I'm going to type this in. How can we get the load list? Brian, if you are in our platform, you are going to be added, and that's what we're talking about now. You're going to be added to our list, and we're going to be added, and we send this list out every morning. You may be getting it already. You just may have not checked your mail. Check your email, check your spam mail from RBBS Trucking@outlook.com. We send this list out every morning to everybody who is on our list, who is one of our who's part of our network. So we have all your emails put in as a group email, and we send it out every morning. You know, if you've been checking your emails, you're getting it. If you haven't, then you're not seeing it. But check your spam mail, because we may not be part of your contact list, and it's probably going to your spam mail, but we send it out every morning. Okay? Dorian says, do our carriers need to have their own trailer? Not all the time, because we do get some power-only loads, but it would be great if they did. You're not gonna. There's not very many load options for those guys that don't have their own carrier. I mean, you know that. Most of the loads are gonna have to where you go and you back up and you load your trailer and and you go. That's just how it is. That's the nature of the business. Okay. Brian says, I will check. I haven't seen it. I will check again. Thanks. If you don't have it, I'm going to answer this call because we just get so many calls here. Charles must be busy.
Call for extension 700 to accept. Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
RBBS, Calvin speaking.
following that you have for Richmond, California to Buenos Aires?
Okay, you said what now?
The power only that you have from Richmond, California?
Yes, on that sheet where you see it should have their. I need you to call back to that same number, but that load is paying $2.50 per mile. It is either picking up today or it's going to pick up on Monday. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Okay. For picking up today, can you repeat that?
It may pick up today, but it's probably going to pick up on Monday. But here's what I need you to do. I need you to call back to the same number, 866-973-6445. And I need you to hit extension, okay? I need you to hit extension 781. 781. You're going to talk to Miss Sharita Mitchell. She is the dispatcher on that, okay? All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Now, as you all can see, I just took a call that it was probably an overflow call that Charles couldn't take. He was probably busy on the phone, and the call just came over to me. So I just took it just to show you all the type of calls that we're getting in since we started doing this, since we started launching this. But I just sent it over to Ms. Mitchell, so she should be getting that. Let's see where we go. Okay, yeah, Brian, just check that and everything. All right. But I need you all to send over your carriers that you all have under an agreement. I need you to send the carriers information and those agreements over to. I'm sending this to you all right now. Dispatch at all right, this is the email address I need y'all to send that to. Hope everyone got that. I need y'all to send that to. I don't need that. I don't know why it's going private. I don't need that going private. Why does it go private? What happened here? Sharita, did you change my to a private thing? All right, there we go. I need this to go to everybody. I don't need that to go just to Sharita. I don't know how it got down to her. All right, there we go. Somebody's changing my All right, there we go. I need it to go to everyone. All right, there we go. All right, there you go. I need everyone to send it over to that email address. It's the email address I need you all to send over all your carriers who you have in a contract on a dispatch agreement and their information. The reason why we need all that sent over is because we need to be able to add them to our email blast. Because here's what's going to happen. We're going to start sending those carriers these 5,000 to 8,000 loads every morning. Every morning that we send them over to the load board, every morning that we send them to you all, they are going to get them too. So now your carriers, all they have to do is do what? Pull up the load list, find the load they want, call you up and say, hey, this is the load I want. And you just call up TNT Freight and book it. This should streamline things for you all. This should allow you all to have access to book what? At least 3 to 5 loads per day. Now, if you do that on top of what we're doing here, sending out these text message blasts to these carriers, and after you send them out the text message blasts, you follow up by going back and you call them, ain't no way on this planet you can tell me that you're not going to be able to book 3, 4, 5 loads a day. No, you can't tell me that. The only way you don't is if you're not trying. Okay, that's the only way. Because people, we have given you all everything that you were promised and more. We promised you all that we would try to give you all at least 60 to 100 loads per day. We are giving you all now close to 5,000, 8,000 loads per day. We promised you all that we will set up a network for you all to be able to find every shipper in the United States. We give y'all access to 19 million shippers. And we don't even ask you to pay for that. We give you access to 3 load boards. We don't even ask you to pay for it. Okay? We make money when you make money. Okay, that is the beauty of what we're doing. And if you got loads that you've been hanging on to, all you're doing is, you know, you're like the old man that's trying to hang on to what he's got and not share it with everybody else, but he's missing out. If you're still in that greed mentality state where you got loads and you know you got loads and you haven't been sharing them with the network, guess what? You ain't going to make no money on them. You're not. Because our platform is not set up that way. You try to operate like everybody else is. And that's why they all beat each other up for straps. Instead of networking with the group that they have, just imagine if every carrier, every dispatcher, every broker in this industry just started to network with each other instead of trying to be like crabs in a barrel and fight each other. If they all practiced what we're doing, there wouldn't be any problems in this industry. There wouldn't be any problems in this industry. Someone gets access to 8,000 loads, yeah, we're going to give them away to you. If you book one of our loads, all we get is 0.25%. You take the rest. Imagine how that would work. Okay? But, all right. Sean said, I just came in late. Can I get a quick update on that text blast? Yeah, I'll go over it real quick, Sean. You may have to go back and watch the videos, but that's what happens when you come in late. Aaron says, I have 2 box truck company owners that I know, and they want me to dispatch for them because they are looking for routes. How do I contact brokers? Use Masquerade's Blue Book to find freight lanes for them. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. It's right in your back office. Let me go over this for Sean real quick, the latecomer. Okay. The text message blast we have here, you're going to come in, you're going to click on what you have over here, the loads. You're going to click on the loads, and it's going to pull up the carriers. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in, and you're going to click down here where it says send alert. There's the alert button there. You're going to click send alert. You're going to put in, copy and paste your little text thing there. We have this copy and paste for you. RBBS National Dispatchers Network, more than 5,000 loads, all paying $2.50 CPM or better. How much do you need to move your truck? Dispatchers on duty, toll free, whatever. You put your extension in right there. Come down here, you click on the rate, and you click enter per mile, and you click send. Now, I want to caution you all. Don't change that rate. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go in and think, well, you know, I'm going to lower that rate a little bit because I'm going to try to make me some extra money. Do it if you want to. You're going to get caught. When you do, don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I kick you out the platform. Okay? Don't do it. Everybody, I'm telling you all right now. I'm telling you so because I want the world to hear, because this is going to be broadcast on YouTube. Don't change that rate. If you go in there trying to pad your pockets, whatever the case may be, you're going to get caught. Somebody's going to tell on you. It's going to come out. You may get away with it for a week or 2 or whatever the case may be, but I'm telling you, don't do it. Because if you do, I'm going to find out, and when I find out, don't ask me why I kicked you out the platform. And you better not ask me for a refund.
Okay. DC Logistics Trucking.
So that's not going to happen. Okay. I think
At Gmail.
someone is
Okay.
live.
All right, Mr. Daniel. What I'm going to do is send this dispatch confirmation application over to you. If you would look over it for me, fill it out, and return it to the email in which it came from, and we will get started on looking for your loads for you.
Now, I hope y'all can hear that.
Will that be all right with you?
Ms. Mitchell has started receiving calls. I don't know if you all can hear her live feed, but she is taking calls right now because this little experiment that we use, that we're showing you, it works.
Yes, sir. Is there a way that you can actually take and return the dispatch agreement? Because without the agreement, I cannot take and look for any loads for you.
See, now we have a tested platform and a tested experiment
Yes, sir. We do have plenty of things that are around there, but without that dispatch agreement, I cannot look for anything for you. So if you okay, so what I'm going to do is send this dispatch agreement over to you, and as soon as you get it filled out and sent back to us, and we'll go ahead and start looking for loads for you. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. You have a wonderful day today. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Did you all hear her? Were y'all able to hear that?
Yes, we heard it.
Right. All right. Just wanted to make sure. But you all see how this works. Okay. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. For those of you who have been working the system, you put yourself in the path of opportunity. For those of you who have been waiting to work the system, well, you still got path opportunity. You just have it a little bit late than what they had it. Okay. So if you've been like a daisical and saying, well, you know, yeah, that all sounds good, it looks good, but I'm gonna kick back and wait to see what happens, or I don't have the time to do it right now. I don't feel like calling those people up right now. Look, I don't know. Look, I don't know about you all, but I like making money. I do. Okay, I'm not saying money is everything. You know, some people say money is the root of all evil. That's not true. The love of money is the root of all evil. Money does a lot of good things. Okay, I'd rather have the problems that money brings than have the problems that money don't bring. I've already experienced problems that money, you know, that you get without money. I've been homeless. I've been to where I don't know how I'm going to eat that day. I've been to the point to where I'm homeless and I have to sell my food stamps just to take care of my daughter, to send her, you know, child support money. I've been there. I've been there. Okay, so I don't want that no more. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want no part of that. I like being able to, when my daughter calls me now, she's in college, she calls and says, Dad, I need a couple $100. I like being able to just go to my Square Cash account and send her $400. Here you go. Anytime she asks me for money, I don't want to have to send her just what she asked for. I try to send her twice on what she asked for. I like having that feeling of being able to do that now. And if you like that, you need to start taking advantage of the opportunity that we have put before you. Okay, this is a great industry. It works. All right, let's get back on track here. Sharita said he just called. I needed to understand his speech and hear him clearly before we see him in the conference call. Yeah, it happens. Sean said, where do we get the piece to copy and paste? I'm going to be posting that. I haven't posted that yet, but we're going to be posting that to the network right here. And you all, I don't know if y'all can copy and paste it right from here. I'm going to post it right here and let you all copy and paste it right here. Let me do this right now. And you can put in extensions. Okay, I am posting it for everybody right now. And you can put in your own extension, but that's it right there. Everybody now should be able to see it. If you can copy and paste that and put that, you might want to put that on like a well, matter of fact, hold up. I got something better. Let me go back. There's a reason why I use this. Here we go. I got something better. Pull it up. All right. That's it right there. I'm going to try to send this out to everybody today to where everybody gets it. Or you can go right into the, you all should be able to go in there and click download. And it should be right there. Do y'all see where we're at? If you're on the wall, if you're in our conference call thing here, go down here. You see where it says direct load board match contact? You see it right there? Do you all see that? Somebody talk to me.
Yeah, we can see it, Calvin.
I see it. I see it.
Can y'all click that?
Mom, could I open those ink?
Can you all click that and download it? Somebody let me know if they can click that and download it. Just click where it says download or click where it says view or whatever you want to do. You can click and download it. Somebody let me know if they can click and download it. Yes or no? Can y'all click and download it? Okay, Sharita says no. Y'all can't click on it. All right. Andrew joined the meeting. Okay, so y'all can't click on that. All right. I'm going to have to send it out to everyone. I'm going to send it out to everyone. Matter of fact, let me do this right now. I'm putting it in an email blast right now. I'm attaching it in an email blast. Computer. Documents.
I was able to download it.
Okay, and how did you do it?
I just clicked on it and it wound up going into my drive for Google.
There you go. All right, did everyone hear that? You can click. You should be able to click on it and download it. Okay. If you're not online, obviously you can't do it. But if you're online with us, you can do it. You should be able to click on it and download that. Down there it says direct load, board, match, contact. And right there it has a thing where it says you can edit, you can download it, little download button. It has a view thing where you can click on it and you can preview it. But you want to click the little download button, one right there next to the view button. You click that, and that should be able to allow you to pull it up and download it. All right? Okay. All right. Now, back to the training. All right, here we go. All right, but this is a game changer. Okay, this is gonna put you all in the driver's seat, and it puts us way ahead of a lot of other dispatch firms out there with the stuff that we can offer. Because when we can offer 8,000 loads, to our carriers, to them every day, that's a game changer. And please, 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 I'm gonna say this again. Those of you who are holding on to loads, them loads ain't doing you no good sitting in your back pocket. And you know who you are. I'm not gonna put people on blast. You know who. If you've been holding on to loads, and if you've been getting more than 100 loads sent to you, because there ain't no way in the world you're gonna book 100 loads a day yourself. I mean, come on, let's be real. You ain't that good. I ain't that good. I mean, I book 10 to 15 loads a day. In my heyday, that's when I ain't got nothing else to do. If I can just concentrate on just booking loads, yeah, I can do 15 loads a day. If all I did to do was book loads all day. Right now, I book about 6, 7 loads a day. But ain't no way in the world you're gonna be able to book 100 loads a day. Ain't no way in the world. So if you get loads sent to you, if you get anything more than 25 loads sent to you each day, or more than 50 loads sent to you each day, you should be sharing with a network because you need help in moving those loads. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: $25 per load versus $50 per load is a lot better than getting no dollars per load. If you got 200 people that's helping you book loads, and you can get each one of those people to book 1 load each per week, that gives you 200 loads per week. Even if you're only getting $25 on those loads, that gives you $5,000 for the week. Now, how many of you can tell me that you can't use an extra $5,000 per week that you didn't have to do anything to get? So explain to me how you holding on to your loads makes you more money. That's ridiculous. That's stupid thinking. You hustling backwards. Why would you do that? Don't hustle backwards. That don't make no sense. If you got loads, share them with the network and use the power of the network to create exponential growth. Now, for those of you who don't know what exponential growth is, it's simple. And I want y'all to try this experiment. I want y'all to try this experiment. Exponential growth is if I said to you, I've got a job for you, and there's 2 ways that I'm going to pay you, but you're going to do the same job, but you have 2 options of how you want to be paid. The first way is you're going to work for me for 1 year. You're going to do this job for 1 year, and I'm going to pay you $2 million. Okay? That's the first way. The second pay plan is you're going to do the same job, but you're only going to work for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, the job is over. you're terminated. You go your way, I go my way. And I'm going to start you off with 1 penny a day on the first day. And every day you come to work, I'm going to double your income. You're only going to work for 30 days, and you're going to start off with 1 penny. And every day you come to work, I'm going to double your income. Now, most of you who don't understand exponential growth, you're going to take that $2 million for 1 year. But if you did, you miss out on over $5 million. Because 1 penny per day doubled for 30 days turns into $5,300,000. If you don't believe that, try it. Numbers do not lie. Because here's what happens. Day 1 is 1 cent. Day 2 is 2. Then day 3 is 4. Then day 4 is 8. Then it's 16. Then it's 32. Then it's 64. Then it's 128. Then you see what's happening? It's exponential growth. By the time you get to day 20, you're at what? $100,000. Day 21, you're at $200,000. I'm just using round numbers now. But do it. But try it. Break out a calculator and try it. Day 21, you're at $200,000. Day 22, you're at what? $400,000. Day 23, what? You're at what? $800,000. Day 24, you're at what? $1.6 million. Day 25, you're at what? You see what's happening? You're at 3 point what million? Some odd million. Day 26, you're over $6 million. That's called exponential growth. And this is the platform that we've set up. All of this is set up in a way to put together pieces of a puzzle, and once we have all the pieces in place, everybody benefits from it who is working the system. Now, somebody asked me earlier, how did we come up with this platform? All I can tell you is this: I have a condition, and I don't know if it's a diagnosis or just a prognosis, but I don't know which one it is, but my mom was told when I was little, because I had a real bad stuttering problem. I used to stutter. I couldn't put 2 words together. I'm serious. I used to stutter so bad that I would choke. They had to rush me to the hospital at least 3 or 4 times because I had stopped breathing because I got stuck on the words. And they figured out that what was happening was I had a condition called an autographic memory. Okay, and I was diagnosed with it very young. It can be a curse and it can be a blessing. It's called an autographic memory. Everything that I hear, I learn. Everything that I hear, I learn. When I look at stuff and what looks like mumbo jumbo to you all, if you right click on a website and you see a source code, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. If you right click on a website, let's take any website. Let's take our website. If you right click on any website, and you right click and you click where it says source code. Now, when you all look at this, that looks like mumbo jumbo. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that doesn't look like much, and you saying to yourself, okay, what in the world is that? Well, that's a language. That's called coding. This is what someone wrote to make this computer display things the way it needs to be displayed. They're talking to the computer. They're telling the computer, this is what you want to do. When a person does this, I need you to spit out this. When a person does that, I need you to show this. When a person does that, I need you to take them here. Now, when you look at this, all you see is what? Less than, exclamation point, doc type, hotmail, greater than, all that, equals, exclamation point, UTF. You see chaos. I see patterns. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know how it works. All I know is when I see it, I see patterns. I can see the pattern in it. And if I look at it for more than 10 minutes, I've learned the language. Okay, so when I created this platform, I'm looking at a lot of stuff. And you all probably say to yourself, I know, I run this and I have some interns, but essentially all this is ran pretty much by me, other than the interns. Now, you probably ask me, how do you manage to do all that? Why? Because I see patterns and I'm able to put things together, and I can look at the entire big picture. When you all may only be able to see 1 or 2 pieces of the puzzle, I see the entire puzzle as if it was already put together. That's just how my mind works. And go back to when I was little, the reason why I was stuttering so bad, because all this information that I was essentially downloading into my brain, it was stuck. And when I tried to verbalize it, it was just so much stuff. I didn't know how to separate it and verbalize all of it. So my speech got stuck, and that's what caused my real bad stuttering problem. But as I got older and with counseling and stuff, I learned how to control it. I learned how to put the information in kind of like storage. But when I need to pull it up, I can pull it up at a moment's notice. And like I said, don't ask me how, it's just how my brain works. So trust me when I tell you, all of this is part of a bigger design. And if you work the system will work for you, as Mr. Terrell over at TNT Freight and his assistant, as they have found out. And you all can do the same thing, but you need to get on here and start working this system. So a lot of you have been on this, have had access to this platform for a while, but you haven't done anything because you were just either, I don't know if you were nervous, I don't know if you just tried it a couple of times and it's no. But if you work the system, you'll make money. As Ms. Mitchell is starting to see right now, as Mr. Mundy is starting to see, and as Mr. Davis and Terrell and his assistant, as they're starting to see, and some other people are starting to see. Okay? This system really does work. All right. Okay, now, we've shown you how to go in here. Now, just to give you all some insight or give you all some bearing on what you have here. We've got right now 1,913 loads posted in here. We've got an average of, let's say, 8 to 12 trucks per load that are matching each load, surrounding each load. So if you do the math on that, what do you have? Let's do the math on it. If you've got all these trucks and you contact each one of them, let's do some math here. Let's do some math. Where's my calculator? My calculator. There's the calculator. All right. All right, we've got 1,900, let's say 56 loads. All right, times we got about 8 loads per. We got about 8 trucks per load. That's around each load. That's giving you all access today. You all have access to 15,648 carriers that you can contact, that you can call, that you can send that message out to. You think that you think if you called 10% of them, you can get yourself about 15 to 20 dispatch agreements and book yourself about 5 or 6 loads. I'm coming up on Monday. Somebody talk to me. Give me some feedback on what y'all think about this program. Let's have an open talk to me. Tell me you like it. Tell me it sucks and I'm full of shit. Talk to me.
I like it.
All right. Look. Look, I know I'm not like the guy in freight broker training or freight broker boot camp or what's the guy in Alliance Logistics, and I hate to call him out because now I'm going to get calls all week from them guys. They're going to be like, especially the guy from Alliance Logistics, he going to be calling me up, man, why you cracking on me, man? Assalamu alaikum to you. I'm like, assalamu alaikum to you too. But those of you who don't catch the joke, there's a guy who does freight broker training. He owns Alliance Logistics. His training is, don't get me wrong, he's a great person. He and I have had conversations. I actually have good conversations with some of the other freight broker trainers, some of the other well-known ones. He and I have good conversations, but he is a follower of the Quran. He's one of those, and he's a Muslim. And Muslims believe in peace and, the true Muslim religion, in case you all don't know, if you don't listen to what Trump says, the true Muslim religion is the followers of peace and inclusion. So his training is he has a more holistic type approach to training, which is in direct contrast to my type of training. So you all can imagine the type of conversations we have when we talk to each other. It's like Eddie Murphy talking to Gandhi, if you can imagine that. But we have good conversations. He's a very smart, very intelligent guy. I just happen to disagree with the way he approaches teaching this industry. I believe that you can't teach this industry through a course. You just can't do it. You got to have this interactive relationship with people on a daily basis where you all can call us up and get information, where you all can plug into a network, where you all can group together, where you can have all your students working as part of a network and you all help each other. And by through a network type of system and by consulting and doing it that way is how you become successful in this industry. Okay? Everyone else just wants to sell your course, but then you're by yourself. Well, that dog won't hunt. Okay? You all know that because a lot of you all have bought those courses, paid for them, and that dog just didn't hunt for you. A dog sat there and looked at you and said, I ain't going out there trying to chase down no rabbit. Because you by yourself, and that dog just don't hunt. Okay? All right. Let's get back to our little training. All right, y'all kind of quiet today. Y'all got me doing all this talking. Y'all ain't giving me no feedback. Well, I'm feeling lonely, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all the quiet type. I understand. We got an anonymous. Let me read this anonymous right here. There is
just reconfiguring our thoughts.
Now. There's a reason why some people remain anonymous. We got an anonymous message. There is only one problem with this. We need a faster way to get drivers. I mean, do you need a faster way or you want an easier way? Which is, because you're saying faster, but what's faster than calling up the driver directly and hey, time my dispatch for you? Come on, talk to me, anonymous. Get the clip.
Yes, Calvin, it's me, Zolt. I'm anonymous. I forgot to put in my name.
All right, Zolt.
The problem is, out of 10 calls I make 10 calls, only one half positive response I got, because most of them are driving, they don't hear me, or they don't understand me. Maybe I have a very strong accent, I don't know. I'm trying approaches from all sides to get to them, calling them back, but realistically, out of 10 calls, maybe one potential, not even signed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm working how to get them.
All right, Zoe, I'm gonna tell you the answer to your problem. Okay.
Okay.
Remember I told you that I don't mix words. I don't hold anything back. Okay. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I'm gonna be honest with you. People just can't understand you. That's your problem. I'm being straight with it. If anybody disagrees with me, tell me I'm full of shit right now. But I'm telling you.
So I have a.
So we know that. So we know that is a hindrance for you. There's nothing we can do about that. But here's what we can do. We can come up with an alternative way for you to reach people without completely relying on voice conversation. You understand what I'm saying? So that is a problem. You have a heavy accent. You have a very heavy accent. A lot of these guys, the truck drivers, they don't understand themselves, let alone
That's true.
understand someone with a heavy accent. Now we're just being real. Now, with this new tool that we have on 123 Low Board, this is going to help someone like yourself out. This is going to help you out tremendously, because now you can click on this tool. You see what I'm saying? And you can type in what you want to say to them, and you can text it to them. You understand? Now, here's another thing you might want to do. Hire yourself an assistant. Hire yourself someone who has no accent, who has that good old southern slang like a lot of these truck drivers got. Say, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Get you somebody. Hire yourself an assistant, right? Have your assistant make those phone calls, and you pay that assistant what? 2% of the loan fee. You're getting 5%. Pay that assistant 1%, 1.5%, or whatever it is, just to make phone calls for you, man. That's all you got to do. If your accent is a problem, get someone whose accent is not a problem. Does that make sense?
It does. Either it's that, or I'm gonna need to change my accent.
Exactly. And you know what? This is why you're here. This is why the consulting part of this works. Because if you were to take just a course, you wouldn't be able to get this type of advice. You wouldn't be able to get this type of unbiased analysis of what you're doing. Okay? And you said it yourself. And the great thing about it is you're smart enough to recognize that your accent is causing problems for your business. You're smart enough to recognize it. A lot of people, they're not smart enough or intelligent enough to recognize it or to admit that, and I applaud you for that. Okay? Because that means that you are open, and that means that you recognize what you need to do to make your business better. Okay? But hire yourself an assistant. Okay? Like Mr. Davis does. Mr. Davis, he goes to school, but his assistant, she pretty much runs this. Why? Because she has the free time to do so. Same thing with you. Hire yourself an assistant and make use of this new tool. The new tool is going to help you reach a lot more people, and it's going to generate, instead of you calling them, they're going to be calling you. And if you've got your assistant in place and they're calling you, that assistant is answering those calls, and everything should run a lot smoother for you. Hit me back and let me know how that works for you. I'll let on this week, okay?
I only know one thing. Once I get them hooked and making them money, they're going to understand me even if I talk Chinese.
Exactly. Exactly. Because money is a universal language.
Exactly.
Once you start booking them on 4 or 5 loads a week, and you're getting them $2 or $3 per mile, they don't care if you were speaking Japanese. They understand that they're getting $3 and $4 per mile, and you're exactly right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. Now, but people, this is what I mean. This system works for everybody. It really does. Okay, and I understand that everybody is not at the same level. Everybody doesn't have the same skills. Everybody doesn't have the same sales, doesn't have the same tools. But when you all do have the same tools now, because we give you all the same tools. Okay, but that's why we're here. That's why we are here. If you're working this system and you run into problems, that's what this platform is for. Pick up the phone, give us a call, go to the chat group, ask the question, ask for help, ask people to assist you. Go back and review our training videos. I promise you, if you review the last 3 training videos, just 90% of the questions you have, they're answered in those training videos. If you don't believe me, try it. Get out your pad, take some notes, review each video a minimum of 3 times. Stop it at a point when you get to the question that something that's on your mind, you got your questions written down. When you hear that answer on the training video, you stop it, you write down the answer. This is called doing what? Preparation for what? Making your business better. Thank you for that call, because I was getting frustrated. Hold on for a second. This is Calvin with RBBS. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. I just taken it on the load from Philly, Ohio.
Yes, a load on from where now?
From Philly, Ohio.
Okay, and you want to see if that load is still available?
Yes, sir.
And that load should be paying what? It looks like it's paying $2.50 per mile. How many miles is it?
It's 1153.
Okay. All right. Are you signed on with one of our dispatch agents?
I don't know.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do. Okay. Can you shoot me an email real quick?
Yes, sir. Hold on. The
Email
email is
address is dispatch at RBBS. That's Romeo Bravo Bravo Sam. No, R Bravo Bravo BB RBBS. S as in Sam.
Okay, RBBS. Okay.
Exactly. Transport.com.
Transport.com.
Okay. Send me your email address and send me an email with your carrier information, your DOT number, the name of your company, your contact information,
Okay.
and tell me what type of trailer you have. Dry van, flatbed, 48 foot. Tell me how much you can pull. You can only pull 26,000 pounds. Say I can pull 26,000 pounds. If you can pull the whole 48,000 pounds, I can pull 48,000 pounds. Tell me how and where you like to run. If you don't like the mountains, just say I don't want to be in the mountains, and then we'll keep you on the bottom half of the United States. Also, make mention of the load that you're trying to get booked for right now. Okay? Let me know what that load is, and what we will do is we will check and see if it's still available. And if it is available, it's probably going to get picked up on Monday, and we'll have one of our dispatchers call you back and go ahead and book that load for you, and they get you over a dispatch agreement so you can receive our 5,000 to 8,000 loads every morning that we'll send out to you. And all you got to do from there is just call back that dispatcher and pick what you want and book it and run. Sound good to you?
Yeah, it's good. That's pretty good. But already, let me call my dispatch so they can set up with you guys.
All right, shoot it over to me, and we'll be waiting for that email and see if we can get you rolling. Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Now, I like doing that from time to time just to show y'all that I know what the hell I'm doing. Okay? It's not showing off, but I do know what I'm doing. I've done this a couple of times. Okay? I have done this a few times. And just as easy as I make it look, it is just that easy for you all. But it's not going to happen unless you do what? Get your feet wet, get off the side of the pool, and get in the water. That's what I need y'all to do. Get in the water. You can't learn to swim if you don't get in the water. Okay? You can't do it. Okay? Charles Monday says he needs 3 assistants. Charles has been so busy this morning, and I hate that I did him like that, but he asked for it, though. You know, he did. He asked for it. Sharita Mitchell says, waiting on Mr. Daniel to send back his dispatch agreement. I am calm, Sharita. This is my calm side. You should see me when I get excited. but I am calm. But no, the reason why, if it seems like I'm passionate about what I do, because I am. Because, look, I know what this is doing for me. I know that, I mean, I could not do any of this and just book loads and still book me 10 to 15 loads per day and make myself $7,000 to $10,000 a week. I could do it. I've done it before. You know, I almost do it now just on my personal booking. But if I want to go to that next level, I've got to get you all to doing that too. Does that make sense to you? The more successful you all are, the more successful you make my organization. Don't get me wrong. I love every last one of you all. But I'm not in the charity business. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke at you and make you and pretend like I'm doing this just out of the greatness and the goodness of my heart, you know, which I am a good person. But let's face it, everybody is in this to do what? Put money in where? National Hip Bank. So my agenda is twofold. My agenda is to get you all to making great money. Why? Because if you're making great money, guess what? I'm making great money. See how that works? And you should be setting up your system the same way by using the power of the network like Mr. Davis is now doing, Mr. Monday is now doing, and now that I'm sure the Emmons is now doing. If you get yourself set up to where you get in 100, 200 loads, share them with the network, because the network is going to help you book more of those loads. It doesn't, even if you're only getting that 0.25% back, that's a 0.25% you didn't have before.
Hey, Calvin, this is Aaron Summers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so what you was just saying, well, I think Sharita was just asking too, because I got 2 questions. This is one of them. Sharing the loads that you just saying. So, like, I got a friend, broker friend, I could be all like, hey, you know, give me all your loads that you got, you know, whatever it is, if it's 200, 500, whatever, send them to me, because I got access and a network of, how many of us is there?
200 and growing, 200 plus and growing.
So 200 plus dispatchers that they themselves can reach thousands of carriers at a time. So he'll hand me that list. How do I get it to you to where, you know, I get it to you and I get that 25%, you get that 25%, and then whoever else of us gets that 50 or whatever, you know, how does that work?
dispatch@rbbstransport.com.
So I just send them that list, and they'll attach me to that list every time I send that. And
when you send the list, all right, here's what the list looks like. Okay, when you're gonna send the list like this.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna send this list of loads, and we're gonna add your loads to this group. Hold on here. Where's my load list at? All right. See this load list right here? This is the load list that we get from TNT Freight. All right. You see how this load list has on here our man extension, extension 3? Then it has here dispatch information, Tyler Evans.
Oh, so that's what my name would be.
Exactly. When you send your load list in, and we add your load list to the load list that's going out to all the, remember, I'm having you all to send me your carrier list. Send me all your carriers, right? Send us a list of your carriers along with the dispatch agreement. Because those carriers are going to receive loads every single morning. All the carriers. We're going to post those loads on the load boards. We're going to be on social media. Letting people know that we have 8,000 loads. We have 10,000 loads. As loads this grows. It keeps growing every month. Everybody sees, man, RBBS, them guys over the National Dispatch Network, they got 10,000 loads now. They got, and they load list is growing. They taking over. Now, your loads that you post, right?
Right.
If someone calls up and wants to book your load, who has access to your broker? No one but you, right?
Right.
So, in order for someone to book that load, they got to contact who?
Me.
Exactly.
All right. So my number's there, and let's say Sharita got somebody, a carrier that wants it.
Yeah.
So Sharita will call me.
Yeah. Even if they call our number, the extension 3, okay? They say, I'm looking at load such and such and such, right?
Right.
I don't know who your broker is.
Right.
That's your load.
Oh.
So when you send the load over to me, this is how you're going to send them over with your information on it. You ain't going to send over with your broker's information on it.
Of course.
Because those are your loads. You signed up that broker. You signed up on that shipper. That's your source. So you know who your source is. You're just sending me the loads. You know who your source is. But you have your number as contact for that load.
Okay.
We may even start putting a note section over here where it says notes up here. And when we go to the load board, we have in that note section who to contact. You.
Right. So Sharita calls me and says, yo, I got this one carrier. He wants to do it. I said, cool. What information do I get from Sharita to transfer, because that's her carrier. She set up with him at the dispatch agreement. How do I connect them?
All you're going to do is you're going to call and find out. You're going to call and find out if that load is still available. You're going to call your broker and say, hey, I got a carrier that wants this load. Is that load still available? Carrier, he's going to say yay, nay, or maybe so. Okay, right? All right, great. Let me contact the dispatcher who's handling that. Let me contact the network member who's handling that.
Right.
I'm calling you back with the DOT number.
Okay.
All right. Now here's what happens. At that point, even if when they send over that information, you got to connect Sharita with your broker at that point. So now you have to follow up with that load information, right? But Sharita is going to get her 5% regardless.
Right.
Whether she deals with you or she deals with your broker, she's only getting 5%. Why? Because who has to do the billing? We do.
Right.
And when we do the billing, we know that load was what? Your load, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when we do the billing, and the carrier pays us that 10%, sends us that 10% check. Let's say that 10% check is $200. All right. When we get that 10% deposit into our Square Cash account, right? We're gonna pay the credit card. It's gonna come right to our account. Bam. All right. When we pull it up, who do we gotta pay? We gotta pay what?
The 100 to Sharita.
That means $100. That means out of that $200, $150 got to go somewhere, right?
Right.
Okay. So Sharita gets 100, right?
And
you get 50, right?
Right.
and we keep 50.
Okay. So I just call my broker, see if the load's still available.
Exactly.
He'll be all like, yeah. I call Sharita back and be all like, yo, this is the broker's number, and that's it.
And then once you do that, you are connected with who? You're connecting Sharita with that broker. Now, let's say Sharita books a load from that load list, and she wants to call that broker directly. She can still do that. You're still gonna get paid. Why?
Oh, all right.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because who does the billing?
Y'all do.
All right.
Right.
She still has to come through us to do the billing.
Right.
When we do the billing, see, this is what I mean by creating a network. If people work, man, look.
Work together.
I understand the concept of working together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all realize that we could create a network full of millionaires if I can get y'all to understand the concept of just working together? I mean, really.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get y'all to understand two concepts, working together and getting rid of the greed factor, giving away your loads. Because no matter how you look at it, they got to come back to you to get booked. They got to come back through you to get billed on. You give them away when they come back, they're bringing what? They're bringing money when they come back.
Right.
This is what that billionaire was telling me. This is the secret of becoming a billionaire. Find something you can give away, and the more people you give it away to, the more money comes back to you. What's easier than giving away something?
Right.
It ain't hard to give away something.
So this is my second question, because I asked it earlier, but we had a lot going on. With the box truck, I know two owners of box truck companies. There's 26-footers. I was trying to find them loads myself through like other load boards that you provide and other load boards that I went and like paid for myself. But I see that it's kind of hard to find, constant freight like that, because usually they get contracted out with places like Amazon, Best Buy, whatever. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to find, using that McCrae's Blue Book, to find freight or lanes for them to help them do that.
Now let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why do that?
Yeah, why?
Because if I'm dispatching for them, they moving. If the box trucks is moving a lot of loads, which they do, that's the 10%. I'm looking at the money.
Okay. But why? You answer my question. Why are you? If box trucks were moving that kind of loads, you wouldn't have problems finding loads for them, right?
Right.
Okay, so you answer your own question. Box trucks are not moving them kind of loads. But it's the fact they're making a lot of money, because the box trucks that are moving loads, they're moving loads that they are contracted with. Those are dedicated contracted loads. You have to be a part of a network where you are invited in, to bid on those contracts. If you are not invited in, you do not have access to those types of contracts. So why even bother with them when you have more than enough access to reefers, flatbeds, dry vans, hot shots, auto haul loads? Why even bother with a specialized freight like box truck when you don't have the inside connection to get invited to that party? How you gonna go drink at a party if you can't get into the party? I'd rather go to a party where if I don't have $100, if I ain't got the money, and one party is $100 admission and the other party is free, which party you gonna go to?
The free one, all day, every day.
Exactly. You're trying to get in on a party that's costing you $100. You ain't got $100 to get into the party, man. That don't make no sense. All right.
Oh, but one more thing though. So like if I have reefers, because I kind of found that as my niche freight, working with reefers. If I wanted to use them and find them a lot of dedicated freight through McCrae's Blue Book, how does that process work?
Looking for reefers?
Yeah.
Just put in reefer freight. Just put in refrigerated.
Okay. Because when I look up those companies and kind of went through it, how I watched you do it last week, 2 weeks ago with the training.
Well, here's the let's test it.
All right.
Ain't nothing to do it but to try it and do it. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I ain't gonna tell you who you can sock it to. I know y'all don't like my taste in music, but it's all right. I'm old school. I'm a Bobby Womack. How many of y'all know about Bobby Womack? 110th Street. What's up? Who know about that 110th Street? All right, here we go. Let's see here. Search shippers. All right, you want to know about that what? You want to know about them cold things, right?
Yeah, that cold stuff.
Refridge. R-E-F. Somebody say refrigerator for them. R-E-F.
R-E-F-R-I-G-E-R-A-T-E-R.
R-I-G what?
T-O-R.
D. Hold up. Refridge.
Yeah, G-E-R-A-T-O-R.
Refrigerated. There we go. Bam. Refrigerated. Commercial equipment wholesale, refrigerated. Nope. All right, that's for all refrigerated products. We need refrigerated goods. Tanks. All right, let's go back to refrigerated goods. Let's try refrigerated goods. All right, there we go. Refrigerated food. Let's try that. Or you can just put up stuff you know that's refrigerated, like meat or ice cream or, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Favorite Food Incorporated. There you go. Bam.
So with that little estimated shipping rates or whatever and things like that, when I see that, some of them be saying damn near nothing on it. It'll be like $50 a pallet or something like that. Going somewhere.
50 people, but those are, when you see 50-foot dry van, 380, partial dry van, 880. And remember, that's a partial dry van. Those are just starting, that's not saying that that's exactly what they pay.
Oh, okay.
They give you an idea. When you call them up and you say, I want to get a copy of your list or whatever this and that, or you make your pitch to them, whatever this and that, and they send you a list, look at the list, then you're going to see what they're actually paying. Or you're going to go into a negotiation and say, is there room to move one of these, or these is in stone? You're going to handle each situation is going to be handled on a case-by-case basis. Okay? Be a salesperson.
All right.
Be a salesperson. Sometimes you got to educate a shipper. You say, look, I understand that you have your rates that you're paying for shipping, but you understand just like I understand that carriers don't like to move cheap freight.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I'm pretty confident that if we can compromise and get your freight up to around $2 per mile, $2.25 per mile, we can probably increase your freight movement by another 25 to 35%. Now, I understand that's cutting a little bit into your profits when it comes to freight move per box or per pallet. But if you were to increase your rate of moving this freight 25 to 35% more, your freight got moved, I'm confident that if you do the figures on that, you'll see that the bulk numbers outweighs the loss that you suffered per item.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to figure out a way to educate shippers and show them that by moving more freight, you can lessen you can take less of a profit on your freight revenue, but because now you're moving 3 times more freight, you're making 2 times more money.
All right.
You see? But that's not going to always be the case. I mean, every sale is not going to be that complicated or that in depth or that much
And so these type of places that's on the craze is kind of like they got a lot of like dedicated freight going on, or what?
That, you just have to call them up and see. Some have dedicated, some don't. When
Okay.
you call them up, that's when you're gonna fill them out. Some are gonna tell you, well, you know, we only deal with dedicated, or some. Now, if they do deal with only dedicated, that works in your favor if you're not a broker. So that means if they only work with dedicated, they're not really that concerned with working with just a broker. They want to work directly with what? The carrier. And you are what? You're an agent, and you directly represent who? The carrier.
All right.
Okay?
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
No problem. All right. All right, let's go into real quick and some quick load board training real quick. I know we've gone over a lot. I know we've spent a lot of time on this today, but I need y'all to understand the power of what's going on now with all these loads that we have now. And this is just a portion of what we're going to be getting. This is just a portion. And if I can get all you all on the same page into this sharing concept, you all will realize that this is what's going to make everybody come up to the next level. Okay. Another thing we need to go over real quick. I see a lot of you on Facebook are doing this. Let me go here and hold on here. My baby is asking me some stuff. I got to respond back to her with real quick. Operational training. All right, you got to keep the girl happy. You can't. You know, I understand. I love y'all, but she loved me. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Let's see here. Okay, a lot of y'all are doing this on Facebook. Let me go to Facebook here. Don't y'all get excited about some of my friends and some of their posts. I know some of them are like, you know, you may see some stuff on here that, you know, I still got my ties to the street. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. So if you see something pop up on my Facebook page, some of my friends are a little wild. They get that way sometimes. Don't hold that against me. Social media. Here we go. A lot of you all are posting stuff like this. See this right here, and this is Mr. Davis. This is the guy that has the 8,000 loads. He does it too, because that just seems like the popular thing to do, to post up a load. You know, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not very productive. I know it. You all may say to yourself, why? Well, here's the reason why. It's not very productive. It's actually kind of counterproductive. And I know that doesn't make sense, but I'm telling you why it is. Okay? If you're posting up one load, you're just posting one load, and it's got some great numbers on it, right? You post up that one load, right? But that load can only get booked, what, one time, right? You can't book that load but once. All right? Here's what's happening. You post that load up, you may get, you know, 1 or 2 responses from it. Why? Because that load is going from Birmingham, Alabama, down to Bradenton, Florida. It ain't going nowhere but from Birmingham, Alabama, down to Bradenton, Florida. So it's only going to attract people who are in Birmingham, Alabama, and they want to go to Bradenton, Florida. Or it's going to attract people who are in Birmingham, Alabama. You see what I'm getting at? So you're only going to get a specific client person looking for that type of load if they see it. And that's if they see it. All right, that's if they see it. So what I'm telling you is, by doing this, you are not getting a big enough response to justify your time in posting stuff like this. In fact, what you're doing when you do this, you're opening yourself up for people to come gunning for you and liability. Because you know you got a lot of haters out there. Y'all know that. Y'all know we got a lot of haters. Okay, I block people. I have probably blocked about 1,000 people on Facebook. But that helps me and them. That means that now they ain't gotta look at what I post, and they ain't gotta hear what they gotta say. So that helps both of us. People who attack this stuff on Facebook or whatever this is now, or they come gunning for you on Facebook. Why keep them why keep them hanging around? Just block them and move on and make yourself a lot happier. Because if you keep them hanging around, they're going to keep what? Attacking your stuff. Which means the more attacks that they bring, that's the chance of them gaining some assistance from other people who will believe in what they say, even though what they say has not one bit of truth to it. So instead of just keeping them hanging around, use the best feature Facebook has. Block. Okay? Block them. That way they can't see your stuff. You ain't got to hear their mouth no more. Make sense? Everybody's a lot happier. You're going to be happier. In the long run, you did them a favor too, because now they ain't got to look at what you post no more. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't hurting you one bit. Why? Because there are 2 billion users on Facebook. 2 billion users. So if you block a couple 100,000 of them, it ain't gonna change nothing. It's just gonna make you a lot happier. Trust me on that. Now, when you post stuff like this, you open yourself up, okay? Because then you get that the people who are they don't have one giant interest in this load. They may not even own a truck, okay? But they're gonna look at this and gonna say, well, I don't like him, and I don't like what he's doing, and he just posting loads from somebody else's, and then they start making all types of accusations. So was it really worth you posting this? Because all you got was 1 or 2 people. You got one person to book it, but it brought you a whole lot of bad mouth. Okay? What works better is this. When you see something like this posted, this is by Mr. Charles Monday. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between these 2 posts. And Charles Monday has posted stuff like this. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. But he gets a much better response from stuff like this. Why? Because this only appeals to the person who is in Atlanta going to San Bernardino, California. When this appears to a whole bunch of people. What this says here, the National Dispatchers Network are looking for owner-operators to dispatch for. We have plenty of loads for various types of equipment, flatbeds, reefers, dry vans, hot shots, step decks, removable, goosenecks, power only, etc. Bunch of loads available, etc. Loads available in Alabama, Georgia, Indiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, etc. Even in your state, even if your state is not listed here, we can accommodate you. Call today and set up a dispatch agreement with the National Dispatchers Network so we can help keep you moving. Contact Charles. Contact Charles, his number, his extension. Check out our RBBS National Dispatcher Network website for more details. Blah, 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 blah. Now, you see how this is appealing? This attracts the masses, not just someone who's looking for a load going from point A to point B. Because only the people who are going from that point to that point are going to look at that load and say, I'm going to call him or like that or send him a message on that. When this is going to attract a whole bunch of people. A whole bunch of people are going to look at this and say, I might want to call them up. Or let me call up Charles. See what he's got going somewhere, this place and that place. Now I'm going to show you another post. This is a post that I posted. It basically says the RBBS National Dispatchers Network, more than 5,000 loads, all paying $2.50 CPM or better. Now, this is pretty much saying the same thing what you said right here on the amount of money it's paying, but it's not giving what? It's not limiting you to a specific pickup and a specific drop-off. And it's not limiting you to what? Just a flatbed or a van or a load that's carrying 41,000 pounds. Aha! This is telling you that all of our loads, I can get you everything we got pays at least what, $2.50 per mile or better. Contact one of our network members for a complete load list. And then down here, you have the more information where it tells you, equipment loads, lumber loads, military loads, heavy loads, core loads, and more. Average rates, $2.50 CPM or better. Contact one of our National Dispatcher Network members to receive a complete copy of available loads. In other words, when they contact you and you shoot them and you get them to sign up that dispatch agreement, now you can put them on our load list where they're going to see what, 8,000 loads per day. That is another incentive for them to do what? Sign a dispatch agreement with you. And they call you up and say, hey, how do I get that list of loads? Are you in a dispatch agreement with us? Well, no. Well, let me tell you what we do. And you say, Everybody that signs a dispatch agreement with us, they get on our load list mailings, and we send them out 8,000 loads every single day. Now, you ain't got to run those loads, but you get those loads anyway. If you see something on there you like and you want, call me up and let's book it and go. You see how that works? Let me ask a couple of questions here. Get behind. Somebody's having a conversation. Charles, I know it. Coyote got one. Sean said he got one. He got a call. I guess he was working the system. Charles, yep. Charles, Coyote, Sean, is the load is still available on Oxford, California to still in Arizona? You have to call what's his name to find that out. Tyler, call Tyler, and she'll let you know what's still available. All right. Continuing on with this, average rates $2 contact one of our dispatchers network members to receive a complete copy of available loads. Don't have the load you need? Then we have one question for you. How much money do you need to move your truck? Look, we understand every carrier is unique in their load pricing needs. Our network of dispatchers will cater the load search to your pricing requirements. In other words, if you need $2.75 per mile to run a load, our dispatchers will only look for and contact you with offers of $2.75 CPM or better. It's that simple. So contact one of our dispatch agents today and let us find the loads you want at the CPM you want. So now you see how, and then I have all of you all listed here. Every last one of you all listed here. If you're not listed here, you will be listed here before this weekend is up. Now, the reason why I take on, since I posted this, I've got people who are sending this out to show you some of the stuff that we got here. People who asked to join social media. Okay, let's find. All right, look right here. This person liked that post. Okay, other people have come onto that post in some of the groups that I posted it in, and they are tagging people in it because they want them to see it. They are tagging people in it. They're tagging carriers in it. They're tagging drivers in it. They're tagging them in it so they can see it, saying, hey, look at what these guys are posting. Look at what they have. You know, call these guys up. You know, it's stuff. This is the type of stuff, you know, this is the type of responses that you want on these types of loads. I'm trying to find one here that's where they commented on it. Commented on my load. Now, if I wasn't looking for this stuff, it'd be popping up right in my face. Amazing how that works, huh? Somebody else just joined the meeting. Yeah, I get so much stuff. Oh, there we go. What's called people are tagging people. But you all get the gist of what I'm saying. But people are actually tagging people. If I could find the loads, I'd be able to show them to you. Find some of the comments. But I'm looking for them. I can't find them. I get so many comments. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying. What you want is you want people to look at your stuff, and you want people to tag other people in it so that they can spread your message. And you're going to get a lot more you're going to get a lot better response from this type of post right there and right there than you are from posting specific loads. Because this is going to bring you not a whole lot of response, because you can only book that load once, and it's going to bring you a whole lot of headache, which some of you have probably already realized that every time you post specific loads on social media, you get a lot of negative responses to it, because that's just where these guys are. Okay, that's just where they are. But if you're posting something like this, you get a lot more positive response, and it actually brings you more business. Okay, so try to concentrate on more posting like this that appeals to the masses, and you're not giving away specific information. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if I wanted to know where this load, let's say if this was a load that you got from a broker, Okay? And if I want to find that load, you give me everything I need to do to find that load. I just go in there and take that right there, Atlanta, Georgia to San Bernardino, California, right? And I go in there and I put in the amount of money, and I put in the, the pounds or whatever is that, and it's gonna pull up everybody that's got that load on the load board. And if they don't want to book it with you, they can find somebody else to book it with. They can book it to whoever they want to book it to. Be smart. Hold on for a second. That's a sales call. This is Calvin with RBBS.
Hi, Calvin. How are you today?
I am busy right in the middle of our weekly operational training. You are live. You are live on our operational training.
Videos on YouTube, and I really need to talk to you again. My name is Jamila Muhammad.
Okay.
It's right up my alley. Can I give you a call back?
All right. Well, I'll give you a call as soon as I am out. As soon as I'm finished with today's operational training. Just so you know, this call is probably going to be on the next the training post that we post. So you just earned you a spot. Okay.
Well, thank you. I'm really interested. I'm interested. Remember that name, Jamila Muhammad, because this is what I was going to do.
Okay. And if you would, just go ahead and either text me or send me a message with your phone number and name in it, so I know to make sure that I definitely call you back. You can text me. You can text me at 850-570-6479. Okay. 850-570-6479. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Calvin, I will do. I appreciate it.
All right. Look forward to talking with you. Look forward to having you in our platform. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see here. But back to what we were talking about. Question. Talk to me. Somebody want to talk.
Hey, Calvin. Sharita asked an interesting question up there in the notes. I want to see if you can answer that.
What was the question she asked?
About bringing on other agents to work with you.
You bringing on agents to work with you, or bringing on agents to add onto our platform?
To work with you.
Okay. All right. If you're gonna be referring people over to us, it's very simple. Very, 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 very simple. We actually got a video out about that on YouTube. If you want to send people over and refer them over to us, send us an email. Okay. With, first of all, your name, phone number, contact information. All right. Then you're gonna put down there my referral. You're gonna put the person you are referring's name, phone number, and email. Okay. And you're gonna send that to training. I'm gonna type it in right here. You're gonna send that to training. You're going to send that to training at RBBSLLC.org. All right? That's what you're going to send that to. You're going to send all your referrals are going to go there. And the reason why we have you to do that, because and make sure you send it before they actually sign up. Don't send it after someone signed up and they've already signed up and you send the referral. I mean, come on. You can actually go and get a list of the people who you can go to our whatchamacallit and see who just signed up, because they're going to be the last ones on the on our they're going to be the highest numbers. 793, 800, 800. You can go and just get their names and then send me an email and say, hey, I referred these people. And no.
I referred somebody. I think they emailed you too, but I didn't know how this process went, so I don't want it to look like I did what you just said and after the fact or whatever. But I think you did put in the email that I referred them or whatever. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. But yeah, if you're gonna refer someone, shoot us an email before they sign up that you are referring this person, and put in your information. That way we know who we gotta pay, that referral fee to, which is the person who sent them. So make sure you put in your information as far as who you are, your email address, and your name and phone number, and then put refer, my referral, and then you put down their name, information, phone number, and their email address. Because we are going to reach out to them and let them know that they were referred by you, and that here is our information. We're going to send them the nice little pretty, I'm going to show you what the pretty thing looks like that we send to them. We're going to send them a nice, pretty email. We're going to send them a nice, pretty email. It's going to be the opportunity email. Find the opportunity email. There we go. We're going to send them a nice little opportunity email that looks, nope, that's the wrong one. Wrong opportunity email. There we go. There it is. We're going to send them the nice earn while you learn, opportunity email, exactly what is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, Earn While You Learn Logistics Training and Consulting Platform. And it kind of goes and tells them in depth what we do, what we offer, all this stuff that we offer, blah. At the end of it, if you're ready, when you're ready to stay on your own, all of your clientele goes with you, all your book of business, everything goes with you. To get started today, click right here, and it takes them right over to voila, where they can sign up and they can go ahead on and enroll. Okay? So we send them that, and then when they sign up, we know that we sent that to them, and that was from a referral. So on the day they sign up, on the very same day that they sign up, it's the very same day that you get paid. Because then we're going to send you a Cash App payment, a Cash Me payment. If you do not have the Cash App downloaded, go to your App Store and look for the Cash Me app. Look for the Square Cash app and just download it. Because that's the same app that we pay you your commissions with. The same app we pay you with your referrals for. And by the way, you get $50 referral if you refer someone over and they take the $299 course. If they take Mr. Davis is calling. He finally woke up. Hold on here. Hey, Mr. Davis, how you doing?
How you doing?
Great. We are right in the middle of operational training, but go right ahead because you are live on operational training.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
My phone just been off the hook. I had to leave the training call early.
Yeah, you've been the subject of you've been the subject of conversation, the topic of conversation.
What y'all been talking about?
Well, we was just letting everybody know about the loads that you require and how we need to get them all on board and start to booking some of those loads. Matter of fact, we just implemented a test program this morning to where Charles should be calling you with a whole bunch of loads being booked. Ms. Mitchell should be calling you with some loads that's being booked. And a couple other people are going to be calling you pretty soon because the phones have been lighting up since we implemented this new strategy.
Yeah, my phone's been off the hook all morning. I ain't even been able to get no rest.
Hey, that's what you asked for, right?
Yeah, that's what I asked for.
But how long have you been doing this now?
Man, I started in January.
All right. And you just work the system, right? You work the system, and the opportunity presented itself with a source of load, and before you know it, you went from what, zero to hero just like that.
I believe it was my second day. If you remember, my second day on the job, that's when I found that carrier with 40 trucks.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And that was my just from working the system.
Yeah, you got to work the system. You got to work the system. And it's like I was telling them this morning, get that greed factor out your mind. If you're getting 100, 200, 300, 2,000 loads, don't hold on to them. You can't book them loads by yourself. I mean, you just can't do it. And I was telling them how you've created a situation now where you got these loads, 8,000 plus loads, and we got 200 plus dispatchers. If each one of them just book one load per week, if each one of them just book one of your loads per week, what are you looking at again?
That's about 5,000 a week.
5,000 a week. Now, I'm hoping y'all hear that because I don't want y'all to think this just came just from me. You get it from the horse's mouth. Okay, and just with the loads that you've been booking so far, you're on track to do how much with just the ones that you booked, that you calculated out? What, around 3,500, if not more by that?
Yeah, about 3,500 a day.
I hope y'all heard that. 3,500 is what with the loads that he's booked so far. Now he hasn't billed those out yet. He hasn't sent those over to us yet for the billing because he's still waiting on those loads to run, drop, and get the BOLs in, and then he sends that over to us once the broker is ready to pay his carriers. But he's already set himself up for a $3,500 payday. People. I don't know what else we can do. Okay, we created a platform that we give away to you. We've created a system where we give you loads. We've created a system where we give you the access to the load boards. We give you all the tools. We give you all the resources. We give you your toll-free numbers, your extension. We give you everything you need to be successful. Okay, this system works. This platform works. The giveaway system does work. So if you've got loads that you're hanging on to, they ain't doing you no good sitting in your back pocket. You got to add them to the network, and you got to give them away. You add them to the network, and because that's just one piece of the puzzle. That's just one piece of the puzzle. If you can't see the whole puzzle, then trust me when I tell you that there is a bigger puzzle. I know everybody can't see it. I can. I see that big puzzle. Mr. Davis sees that big puzzle. Mr. Monday sees that big puzzle. And they're making it work because they see the puzzle. And they see what the sharing process brings. Okay? I appreciate you, Mr. Davis. I'm going to let you go so we can get back to doing what we're doing.
If you can, give me a call back when you finish.
I sure will.
All right, thank you.
All right. Call Ricky. Ricky. That's Mr. Davis' nickname, Ricky. By the way, Ricky Ricardo. Hey, boss, the plane. Okay, all right. Y'all like my comedy show? That's okay. Y'all tough crowd. But I'm working it though. Let's see here. Where were we? Somebody talk to me. Somebody questions.
I got one more question. This is Aaron again. So when I get the load list from my brokers, obviously I edit it to where it's just my contact information on there or whatever. Or do I just send it straight to RBBS or the dispatch?
What you gotta do is you gotta put it in this. You're gonna put it in this format. You're gonna put it in. You gotta put it in this format. It has to be in an Excel file. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you want me to, you can pull up this load. You can pull up this load list right here. Okay. The load list that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it has to be like this. Okay. It has to be where it has to have load, origin, destination, miles, rate, equipment. There cannot be stuff over here on the side. Like all this stuff up here can't be over here on the side of this. If you're gonna put your information up here, just copy and paste our stuff. Put the same thing we have. That put in National RBBS National Dispatcher Network. Put that in right there. Blah blah blah. Put that in right there. Blah blah blah. Put that in right there. 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 Put all that in. All right. We're gonna add a section over here where it says contact. Okay. We're gonna add another section that says contact, and this is where the person's name who owns those loads, you or Mr. Davis or whoever, their information is going to go here. Instead of it going here right now, we got dispatcher information Tyler Evans because all these loads came from her, came from them. You see what I'm saying? But because now that we start adding you all's loads into because they're all going to be on the same sheet.
Okay.
But your loads are going to have your your contact information. You see what I'm saying?
So I don't need to make one. Y'all are going to do that.
What we're going to do is we're going to add yours to ours.
Okay. So I just send my list to that dispatch.
No, you send your list, but your list has to be in this format.
Okay.
Because we're not going to, because you send us 1,000 loads, We're not gonna go in there and take each load one at a time and type
Right.
ain't no way in the world. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take your loads, right, and we're gonna have your loads. Whoever list comes in first, that's the loads that's gonna be on there first. Then when your loads come in, we're gonna add your loads to it. We're just gonna take it, and we're gonna add it to it. We're gonna take it. We can kind of merge it in and add it to the bottom of this list. Like we got this 2,000 some odd loads, and then down here at 2,774, your loads will start. You know what I'm saying? And then you have your contact information over there. Blah 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 blah. So. And the more we add on, so whichever one of you are seeing your loads in first, those are going to be loads that are going to be at the top, then the other person's loads are going to be next, and the other, you see how that goes?
Right.
All righty then. All righty. And we do that, before you know it, we got 8,000 loads coming from them. Hopefully you can get yourself about 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 loads. Hopefully everybody else can get themselves, loads that they're sending in, 5,000, 6,000, 1,500, whatever it is. Send your loads in. So that's how you make money together as a group. Okay? Because this sharing thing works. Mr. Davis, you ever heard of Mr. Davis? He's set to make himself, what, $3,500, $3,600 payday. $3,500, $3,600 payday coming up on what, 3 days of work? 3 or 4 days of work. Not to mention the kind of money he's going to bring in if each one of you all just book one of his loads next week. Just one. Okay? And you can book more than one. Charles Monday been so busy this morning, he can't even tear himself away to come in on the call. He has to send us messages because he's locked down. You heard Mr. Davis say that he's locked down. He hasn't had time to break one from his phone call since we implemented these new loads, and since we implemented this new addition to our platform and to our system with the new text system we have now. We can text on the carriers. Okay? All right. Any questions from anybody else? This is time to ask your questions. Time to ask your questions. Okay. Somebody want to talk to me?
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Well, let's go back to Sharita then.
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Sounds like I got two of y'all.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
All right. No, mine. You go ahead and do yours first.
Hello?
Okay, I'm here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I just got. I'm kind of new, and I was trying to find out, like on hotshot loads, how can you go find more of the hotshot loads and trucks, hotshot trucks?
Hotshot is one of those that's specialized freight. Okay, unless you're moving cars, good luck with that. It's just like I told the guy with the box truck. Okay, you want to get invited to the party that you can get into. Okay, you want to go to the party that you can actually get into. If you're having difficulty finding hotshot loads, there's a reason why that is, because there's not much business out there for hotshot unless they're part of these niche type programs where people move in these RVs and they hire you to go cross country to pick up a vehicle and bring it back cross country, things like that. But you have to be invited to that type of stuff. You can't just up and just walk your way into that. You understand what I'm saying? So hotshot is not like general freight. Okay. Yes, there are companies out there that give guys jobs that they can move hotshot. Now, if you're looking for equipment load, that's a good venue for hotshot. Because you may have a backhoe that's only weighing what? 18,000 pounds or 20,000 pounds. But a hotshot can pull what? 26,000 pounds, right?
Right.
Exactly. So look for these companies that move equipment. Go on to the shipper search, right? Look for what? put in what? If you're looking for the shippers, you're gonna put in what? You're gonna put in backhoe.
Heavy
You're gonna put in
backhoe, yeah. Heavy equipment work.
And put in those type of searches. Backhoes, tractors, lawn care equipment, stuff like that. Put in the stuff that hot shots can pull. Is that making sense to you?
Oh yeah, I'm tracking. I appreciate that. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because what you've got to do is you're not gonna be able to go to load boards and find loads off of hot shots. Okay, you've got to go to that thick code site that we give you and look for the shippers that have the type of stuff that hot shots can move.
Oh, okay.
And you need to go to there and get them to start sending you their load list. So you got to, unfortunately, that's a little bit more difficult job. It's a little bit more tedious, a little bit more time consuming. But if you're going to venture into that hot shot arena, that's what it's going to take. Now, me personally, I just stay away from hot shot. I ain't going to lie to you. Why? Because there's so much reefer, so much, flatbeds, there's so much dry van, there's so much heavy equipment, there's so much other stuff. Why? Me personally, I don't bother with it.
Okay, awesome.
Because if I'm bothering with that, it's taken away from what?
The other side.
That there's plenty of. Why go hunt for a rhinoceros when you don't even eat rhinoceros meat that much, when you got plenty of rabbits, squirrels, and deer in your backyard? Yeah, I'm country. Yeah, I know I'm country. That's just how it is. But anyway, I thought it sounded like my granddaddy. Oh, my God.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Right. No problem. Anytime. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Sharita. You know what? She's been asking this question for a long time, and I keep beginning to answer it for her. I'm going to answer it for you this time. How did you get the application? Okay. Was that a question for me, Sarita? I'm just curious. Okay. How did I get, what, you mean this whole platform that I put together? Is that what you're trying to say? Sarita, talk to me real quick. If you're still on here.
Okay, Calvin, I'm still here.
Okay.
All right, so what I was just wondering is, how did you go about, because I noticed it a couple of days back when I actually got on the load board. Let me go back and go, let's see. Let's see, in order to take and send out the alert, because I know at one time that you were telling, I think it was Charles or someone, that you was telling them that it was a good idea for them to take and send out emails. But I was wondering as to how did you go about sending out the alert instead of having to actually call them? Now you have the carrier taking and calling you.
Well, the alert, all right. See right here? Let's go back to the beginning. Let's back to home. All right. You're on the load board, right? This is the load board screen. Okay? Is everybody with me? Okay? You go to truck locator. All right? When you go to truck locator, it's gonna pull up all them loads we got on there. All right? Now, when you go to truck locator, and all right, now when you click on any one of these trucks, let's go kind of way over here and get on some stuff we ain't clicked on yet. All right, let's go way over here. All right, let's click on one of these trucks in Arizona. All right, we click on this. We'll click on one of these loads. When you click on the load up here, okay, you know to pull up all the trucks over here. All right, you come down here, it tells you 75-mile radius, tells you how many matches you got. 8 exact matches. That's where it says number 2. All right, number 3, it says what? Send alert. Aha, you see it?
Yes.
When you click that send alert, right, it's going to send an alert to all 8 matches, and then you copy and paste your little message thing in there and put your extension into it.
Okay. So, okay. All right. I just had a blind moment. All right. No problem.
That's okay. That's okay. I get them too.
Okay.
I'm a lot uglier with my blind moment, but, I get them.
No. All right.
If you can picture a Dennis Rodman type look,
Oh, wow. No. I prefer not to, but thank you.
Anyway, way. But yeah, but that's how you send out your alert.
Okay.
You know, it's just a little clicking, click, you know, click, you know, copy, paste,
Right.
put your what you call it in, bam, send it. All I ask is that you all do not change the rate, okay? Okay. Now, because see that rate there is the rate that's for that load. So don't go in there and make up a rate, because that rate, what you're sending them the alert on basically that load. Now the information up top is not for that specific load. You're giving the general. So we put together our. Let me go back and let me get this what's called it and paste it in here. We put together a kind of like a little script. That's basically what we've done. We put together a little script. It's like a little mini branding tool. That's what it is. So our little mini branding tool up top basically gives you, you know, is branding, you know, the dispatchers network, the National Dispatcher Network. It's letting them know that we do things differently. Let them know that we can book you freight. Let them know that all of our loads are going to pay at least $2.50 per mile. It's letting them know that if you don't like this load, we can find you the load you want at what? The price you wanted at. But down here in the bottom, right, this is the specific information on that specific load. So do not change the rate from that load up here. So that load up there is in at $2.50 per mile. If that load was in at $2,700, then you would put right there $2,700, and it would be the entire trip pay. You understand what I'm saying? But whatever that load, whatever the load fee is for that load, do not change it. Okay? Do not try and pad yourself. Do not try to lower that fee and say, hey, I'm going to hold back $60 and see if I can put that in my pocket. You probably will. You may do it for 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 times. But you won't do it no more because you will not be in this platform anymore. Okay? I know we just had a little serious moment. You know, one of them, I don't know how many of y'all watch Tombstone. We just had one of them dark holiday moments. I'll be your Huckleberry. Okay? So, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't try to pass. We on good footing. Let's stay on good footing. All right. So you put that in right there. You put in per mile, and you put in that extension. Who wants an extension? Who wants some calls real quick? Somebody talk to me. Give me an extension. Somebody, anybody.
I would love to have one, but I don't have an extension yet.
Okay. All right, Mr. Worley, I'm gonna give Mr. Worley this one. I'm gonna get your extension in today. Mr. Worley's extension is 763. EXTENSION 763. All right, get Mr. Worley going. Block, block, block. All right. Okay. Andrew B 777. Let's do one for you then too. I hear the Jayville. What they got going on in Jayville? And that's extension 777. All right. Y'all know them other people that pay that $1,200 to $5,000 for all them freight broker courses. Y'all know they don't get this type of attention, don't you? They don't get this type of love. y'all know we making them jealous because they don't get this type of love. you know, we spread the love around. That's what we do. No. We are family. I got all my sisters in me. Hey, hey, hey. All right. I told y'all I was old school. I don't know nothing about that sister slave. Who? How many of y'all know about that Sister Sledge? Sharita said she do. Okay? I was in love with Sister Sledge, boy. I was in love with her. I had a crush on all three of them. Okay? Yeah. I used to sit back there in the room and play that Sister Sledge and Donna Summers all day long. But anyway, Shaka Khan, all that hair. Yeah, the hair. Shaka who? Shaka Khan. All right, let me stop. All right, let's get back to this low board trading. All right, now, once you send these out, the ideal thing to do after going through this list, you send out a couple of thousand, and it's real easy now. Now it has become very, very, very easy and very convenient for you all to send out what? Now, a couple of thousand texts. Why? Because now you don't necessarily have to get and call each one by one. You can click on and send the whole group of texts. See how this has become, the system has become a lot more convenient for you now. It's becoming easier and not so much of the work you had to do before. Now you come on here in the afternoons and on the weekends, whatever you're going to do, click on it, find them. You send the texts out, bam, bam, bam. And then that way you are generating the urge for them to call you. Now, you don't necessarily have to call them. You can generate the urge for them to call you. But let's say you send out a couple of thousand texts. Okay, you're going through this. You average 8 to 10 people on each system. If you send out 200, if you send out 20, if you got 10 people on each one, 20 times 10, that's what? That's 200. If you send out 200 of them, that's 2,000. So you have actually contacted 2,000 carriers. That's a good little contact. That you just put your information in front of 2,000 carriers. 2,000 empty carriers that have made themselves available for loads. And you sent them the contact information and information on a load that you have that is within 75-mile radius of their truck that's paying $2.50 per mile or better. And you let them know that if you don't want that load, we got other loads for you. I can find you the load you want at the money you wanted at. So does it stand to reason that now you all have even increased your percentages of booking more freight or getting more dispatch agreements signed than you ever have? This has become easy as, it has become too easy. It's become easy as pie. It has become easy as pie. Okay? All right. And we can't make it any easier for you. All right. But after you sent those out, now you want to go back, you want to start making some phone calls. Just start making some phone calls. After you done sent all the loads out and stuff, now it's just to go back and you just do your little thing where you make some phone calls, you click on it, call them up and say, hey John, how you hey Brenton, yeah, Todd, how you doing? That might be a hard one for you, but hey, how you doing? You know, this is Sarita over at the National Dispatchers Network. I just sent you a text. Oh yeah, I did get that text. Hey, how you doing? Let me ask you a question. Do you like that load that we sent you that text on? Well, I like it, but, you know, it's not really what I want to, it's not where I want to go. Okay, I understand. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? Go right into your, just go right into your pitch. Go right into it. How much money do you need to move your truck? You know, well, no, you asked me that on the text. What do you mean by that? Well, it's just like we said. We understand that not every carrier can move the loads for the same amount of money. You have your own expenses that are unique to your truck. You know, you have expenses back at home that are unique to you and your family. I'm just asking you, how much money do you need to be profitable in running a load? In other words, if you say that you need $2.25 per mile, I'm not going to look for loads that's less than $2.25. You say you need $2.75, I'm not going to look for loads that's less than $2.75. If you tell me you don't want to be in the mountains, I'm not going to look for loads that's going up in the mountains. I'm going to stay on the bottom half of the United States. If you tell me you need loads that's running at least 700 miles, and don't need me looking for loads that's running 600 miles because you want 700 miles. So I'm only going to look for loads that's running 700 miles or better. And when I call you, you're going to know that I got the kind of loads you want. And I'm going to have at least 3 options for you to choose from. So with that being said, You think we can work together? You see how easy and non-threatening and not forceful that pitch is? I mean, how can someone say no to that? You're asking them what they want and you're offering to give it to them. That's like a man telling me, say, hey, could you use $1 million? Well, yeah. Well, here you go. Nah, man, you better keep that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Or you go tell that man, nah, you better keep that on. Nah, I don't want that $1 million. I'm not gonna turn it down. But that's the system. That's what we have before you. We have it to where you can make that offer to any number of, just thousands of carriers on a daily basis. Okay? So this changes the game. This really does change the game. I know y'all gonna have me busy this week putting in all these carriers, because y'all gonna be sitting over all these carriers that we can add them onto your list and everything we got to do this week. But but this is what we signed on for. So we got a big week ahead of us. Now, once you've done all that and you've gotten, like these people are doing now, they're getting these dispatch agreements in, they're getting them in, and they're telling them what they want. Now they got to do what? Now they got to go out and find these carriers who they did book on the load, but since the dispatch agreements in, you got to go find them loads, right? Now, you can send them your load list, and they can kind of go through the load list and see if there's anything on that load list that they want. Because remember, we're going to be sending you a list that got over 8,000 loads on it every morning. So you make sure they get that load list. Now, for those that you want to go to the load force and find, if they tell you, well, I actually need a load that's paying $2.75 per mile, okay? And I need that load going from, let's find something in here. Let's just pick a, what's going on in Hope, Arizona? Well, let's just say they need a load going from let's go to home. We'll say I need a load picking up in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, GA. All right, and let's say they're very specific. Let's say they want anything going to Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama. Okay, let's say that's all they want to run. They don't want to go up to South Carolina. Whoever this is, they don't like mountains at all. They don't even like hills. they don't want no hills. So they're gonna stay in Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. Okay, they don't even want hills, but they want $2.75 a mile. Okay. Let's say that they are a van. Let's say they can pull. Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta clear this. Yeah, that's it. Let's say they want van and reefer. They can be van or refrigerated. Okay? Let's say they're going to be picking up on Monday. They're going to pick up for Monday. All right? Now, we're going to go over here. We're going to do what? More options. So we got to put in what? How much money they want. We got to get those high-paying loads first. We're going to go over here. We're going to click on more options. We're going to scroll down here. I'm going to click where it says payment rates. All right, click that payment rate, and we're going to click search. And we got some hits here, okay? Because remember, these are more direct loads. We got some hits here. All right, we're going to go to offer. We're going to put the highest paying load first. And here's one from McDonald, Georgia, which is 25 miles from Atlanta, going down to Miami, Florida, 629 miles, and it's paying $1,700. And remember, now he wanted kind of a high-paying freight, and that's almost what he wanted. Remember what he said he wanted? $2.75. That's paying $2.70. So that's one that could possibly work. You just got to call up that broker or call up the person whoever posted this load. Call them up and say, hey, I got a carrier that wants to run this load, but they want a little bit more money. Okay. I see here y'all got it in at $1,700. You know, if we can get another 20 cents, 25 cents per mile, we can put a deal together. So you need to be around what, 280? Yeah, I need to be somewhere close to that 280 per mile. All right. So what you're saying is you want to be close to 280 per mile. What you're saying is we need to be at what price on that load fee? We need to be at 280 a mile. All right. So we need to be at 2.80 times, and how many miles was that? That was 629 miles. All right. So we need to be at 629 miles. So 629, and so we need to be at $1,761 versus where they're at right now. Right now, they were at what? $1,700. Now that should be an easy fix. That ain't but 61 bucks, right? That should be a doable deal. An extra 61 bucks, and he's at what? He's above his 270 per mile. His 275 per mile. He's at 280 per mile. All right. So then, now that deal becomes a workable deal. So you put that one down. That's one of the ones you're gonna jot down. Okay, yeah, that's one that'll work. All right. Then you're gonna say to this guy right here. All right. What type of load is it? What's the commodity? He's going to tell you. It's whatever it is. He's going to tell it to you. Right? Bam, bam, bam. All right, great. Great. You got the information on it? Great. Let me call my carrier. Let me get back with my carrier, and I'll call you back with his DOT number. Okay? As soon as I confirm. All right, great. Hang up the phone with him. All right, you write that one down. Then you go down here and you search for another one. Because that one works. So you got that one up to 280 a mile. All right? Go down here and you look for another one. There's another one. And this one already works. This one is going 418 miles, 1,400 miles, $3.35. That works for it, right? So you're going to write that one down. You either call the guy up, ask him what the Pacific is on it. And that's going from McDonald, which is 25 miles away, down to Orlando. Okay? Now, look, something else that I'm going to show you here too. But you gotta find the 3 loads for him. And then you're gonna call them up and say, hey, I got you 3 options, right? I got you 3 options. They all work, paying more than what you want, and here are your 3 options. And let him choose the one he wants. It's basically that simple. Now, while we're talking about Florida, as you all know, it's easy going into Florida, but harder coming out, right? All right, let me show y'all something real quick. Show you how to find your backhauls. Let's go to our. Show you how to find the backhauls. The backhauls. Roxanne, you don't have to love me. Roxanne, turn on the red light. All right, backhauls. All right, all right. Now these are our loads. These are all our loads. And I went over to where it says our loads. No, my loads. These are our loads. I'm gonna show you here if you wanna. Oh boy. Everybody wanna talk to me. See what we got.
Call for extension 700 to accept. Press 1.
This is Calvin with RBBS. Hello, this is Calvin with RBBS. Yes, sir, we do. That load's going from San Antonio, Texas, to where now? He says load going from San Antonio, Texas, to where?
From Fairfield, California.
Okay, is the load going from Texas to California or from California to Texas?
From California to Texas.
Okay, California to Texas. And that load is paying $2.50 per mile. Is that the one you're looking at?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second here. What is, give me a second here. Let me find the dispatcher for that load. Yeah. Can you hold on for a second? All right, hold on for a second. Don't go anywhere. All right. Put him on hold. Who wants this guy? Somebody talk to me. First person that pops up and tells me that they want this guy. All right, 768. 763, Michael Worley. All right, Mr. Worley, you better pick up your phone when this guy calls. All right. Okay, sir, I found the agent who's gonna take that, who can book that load for you. His name is Michael Worley. Okay. You got a pen there with you? Yeah, you got a pen and paper with you? I'm going to try and transfer you, but I need you to write this down just in case we get disconnected, okay? All right. You're going to call 866-973-6445, extension 763. Yeah, when you make that phone call and it asks you what extension, you're gonna hit 763. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to transfer you. Hold on for a second.
Thank you for calling RBBS Transport LLC. If you know your party's extension,
Please hold while we connect your call to extension 763.
Mr. Worley, your phone should be ringing. All right, we're going to let Mr. Worley handle that. As y'all can see, he is on that call. I muted my mic so they can't hear us, but we can hear them. But we're going to let him handle that call while we continue on with our training. Now, but by the way, this is how it works when we are when we are in our daily operations. If we get called in and we want to transfer them over to someone, we're gonna forward the call over to you. You're gonna pick it up, and so make yourself available during the day to receive calls. So we get calls like this all the time, and we send them over to the people who we send them over to the agents who have let us know that they are available to receive calls for that day. If you don't go to our Facebook page or go to our chat group and say I'm available, then we're not gonna forward calls that come into us to you, because we want to make sure that you are available to take those calls. Make sense to everybody? Makes sense. Cool. All right. We'll keep checking on Mr. Worley. What he got going on here? Yeah, but he's still in the process of getting that taken care of, getting that guy signed up to a dispatch agreement, hopefully. But this is how it's done, people. This is us in action. This is us, This is this is a normal 6-day a week thing for us, 5-day a week, you know. And on the weekdays, it's a little bit more involved and a little bit more intense because that's when people are, you know, are running loads, booking freight, you know, making things happen. So, and the weekend is a good way to make your contacts, and you got time to talk to people, you got time to converse with them, and really dig into them so you can get them signed up to that dispatch agreement and start creating those opportunities for yourself. Okay. And this is what the consulting platform and the online training platform is all about. Okay, there we go. But it looks like things are going good with Mr. Worley. Looks like he's got that guy on the hook, and it looks like he's getting ready to, you know, the closing and get him signed up to a dispatch agreement and get him some loads booked. Hopefully he'll go ahead and book him on that load. All right. So, but this is how it works. This is how it works. But anyway, let's get back to what we were doing here to show you all how to find these backhauls. Okay, so you got one of our loads. Let's see here. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong place. My bad. I apologize. Let's find a load. I apologize. Let's say Alabama. To anywhere. Let's see what happens. Let's go with van, reefer, and flatbed. All right, Alabama, Florida, to anywhere. All right. Now, if you want to look for backhauls, I know we got backhauls on ours. I'm not sure what everybody else has got, but let's see who has a backhaul. Let's try this Pepsi Logistics. Yeah, here it is, backhaul. All right. If you're looking for backhaul, you see this little button right here. So if you dispatch someone out to a load, so you got someone who wants this load going from Plant City, Florida, and they're going to Winter Haven, Florida. Okay, picks up in Plant City, Florida, going to Winter Haven, Florida. But they say I want a load going back to Plant City, Florida. All right, that's called a backhaul. So you send them down there, but now they want a load coming back out. You see what I'm saying? That's called a backhaul. So if you want to know what the backhaul is, see right here where it says backhaul, right here. That means, and it says 641. That means it's got 641 loads that are leaving out of Winter Haven, Florida, leaving out of Winter Haven, Florida. Now, if you come over here, if you want to find out how many are going directly back to where he came from, to Plant City, because his house, he may live in Plant City. So he's picking up a load going down to Winter Haven, Florida, so he wants a load going back home. Well, he's coming over here to the right down here, it says, you see where it says direct backhaul back, you know, to Winter Haven, Florida, or to Plant City, Florida. That's a direct backhaul back. So you click on that, it's 245 loads going back to the place where he just came from. So basically,
you were going to show us 1 second ago about Florida, if we send a truck to Florida, how to get back out. We got interrupted, but is this what you were going to show us a minute ago?
Yeah. These are called backhauls. This is how you get back out. Going from one place to a place, and how to go back to that place you just came from. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to click that, and it shows you have 200 and some odd direct backhauls. Right here, it's showing you got from Winter Haven back to Plant City, you got 153. Okay? All right, from Winter Haven back to Florida, you got 245. From Winter Haven, Florida to anywhere out of Florida, right, you got 644. So if you want to leave Florida, you're going to click here. We'll say 644. That's Winter Haven, Florida to anywhere. If you want to go back to Plant City, Florida, you're going to click here where it says 153. Is everyone following me on that?
Yes.
All right. So let's say if you want to go back to where he came from, you're going to click that right there, and that's going to take him right back to where he came from. And it's going to pull up the loads. There you go. Loads that are going from where he dropped off at, going back to where he came from. or somewhat close back to where he came from. Everybody see how that works?
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah, we do.
if you want to see what those are paying, you want to do the highest. You want to see what the highest rate is first. Click over here where it says offer. Blah blah blah. Then you get the highest paying rate first. So now you can get him the highest paying backhaul. Now, rule of thumb: backhauls generally, you're not so much worried about the pay going back out to where he came from. You basically try to get it back home. So you want to find him a decent rate so he's not losing money, but really he went down there to make the money, and so now he just found a way back out so he won't lose any money. You understand what I'm saying? And that's generally what your backhauls are for. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Blah, 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 blah. Probably got it. RBBS, Calvin speaking. Oh, you got disconnected?
No. I'm just asking.
And hold on for a second. I apologize. And give me just 1 second.
Not a problem.
All right. What was the question again? Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, Woodland, California to San Diego. That's the call you went and paying $2.50 per mile. I'm correct? It's probably paying $2.50 per mile. So how many miles is listed on it? How many miles is listed on it? Well, it's $5.29, so $2.50 per mile, $5.29. The reason why I say that because all of our loads pay $2.50 per mile or more. If you need a little bit more, we can go to and see if we can get a little bit more, but we don't book freight that pays less than $2.50 per mile. I'm sorry? No, it can probably be picked up on Monday. Let me okay. All I can tell you is let me connect you with the dispatcher, and the dispatcher can get with the broker on either today if they're open or on Monday, and see if they can work that out for you. Well, let me connect you with a dispatcher first, so because you gotta know who you're gonna be talking to, right? All right, hold on for a second, and I'll connect you with the dispatcher. All right, who wants this guy? Somebody talk to him. Who wants this guy? Calvin, the load get. What did I say here? Angie B says she'll take it. Angie, what's your extension? 777. All right, one moment. All right, sir. Sir. Hello. Hello. There you go. I had lost you there for a second. I've got your dispatcher. I'm going to try and transfer you, okay? All right, in case we get disconnected. Call back to the same number, and your dispatcher's extension is 777. Okay? But I'm going to try and transfer you.
Thank you for calling RBBS Transport LLC.
Attention, 777.
For some reason, it's calling back to me, Angie. Is your extension working?
Hello? Hello? Yes, hi. Dr. Operator home? Or let's call it for you.
All right, great. We got Angie on the line with him, so I muted the mic so they should be able to talk to each other. All right. So, we're making some moves here today. We got some people hooked up with some loads. We got people hooked up with some people. We put them on. We put them in touch with people. Look. This is what happens when you get involved. Okay. This is what happens when you work the system. This is what happens when you make yourself available to receive calls. This is what you all have to do in order to make money. This business works, but you got to work it. Okay. This is not hard work, but it is work. But I promise you, I promise you all, if you all give this half the time you give to a regular job, you'll make 10 times more money. I can't say it to you any more than that. If you're working a regular job and you're giving them 8 to 10 hours per day, if you give this 2 hours a day every day, I guarantee you'll make twice, a minimum of at least 3 or 4 times the kind of money you're making on your regular job. And you're only giving this 2 hours a day versus giving them what? 8 to 10 hours a day. If you give this 3 hours a day or 4 hours a day, imagine the kind of money you're making. Okay? I mean, today alone, we've been here since 10:15, so 11:15, 12:15, 1:15. We've been here about 3 hours. And in 3 hours, I've connected 3, 4, 5 of you all with dispatchers. I've got Charles Mundy, who's booking. He's probably signed on about 12 to 15 carriers today. And I know how many loads he done booked. We got Sharita. She was going to work. We got other, I can't do any more than show. I'm showing you all how money is made. I mean, we can't do any, and it's not just me. I'm showing you how other people are doing it. People just like yourself. Gentleman just came on with us in January. He put himself in a situation where he's getting $3,500 check. On top of if each one of y'all book one of his loads this week, he's going to put in about $5,000. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I'm like President Obama. I'm ready to drop the mic. You know what I mean? It's drop the mic time. All right. But anyway, on your back haul again. But this is your back haul. The thing you're going to be looking for on your back haul, the ideal thing you're going to be looking for on your back haul is going to be just getting them back out from where they're going, getting them back home, okay, and getting them enough money to where it's profitable for them that they don't lose money. Like here, this one back haul right here is paying. Wow, that's a good back haul. It's paying $4.04 per mile. I mean, shoot, that's more than what he would. He making more going out than he did coming in. Now this gives some perspective, and this is why a lot of people say you can't make money in Florida. That's not true. That's not true. If you're willing to come to Florida and stay in Florida, you can make money. I'm just giving you all some advice to tell carriers. If you got a carrier who is from Florida, and if you just run them inside of Florida, you can run that carrier on short hauls, no more than 3, 4, 5, 600 miles, and that guy will be home just about every night, and that guy will make anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 a week. Because you can make that kind of money staying in Florida. You really can. You really can. $4 per mile, $3 per mile, $2.75 per mile, and some of these loads are running 70 miles, 100 miles, 109, 140 miles. You can run a couple of them a day, and the guy still be home, by dinner time. Come on now. So, I'm just giving you all some insight on some stuff on how easy it is to make money in this industry if you manage it right. Okay, but that's how you get your back hauls. That's how you find your back hauls. Okay, I did want to cover some stuff on the CNTMS, but I'm gonna be honest with you, we just don't have the time. We've been here now for about 3 hours. We've been here now for about 3 hours, and we just don't have the time. I do have some videos that I posted onto the chat group about the CNTMS. The CNTMS it's not completely free. We found out that it's not completely free. It's actually for the first 30 days they give you a free. They give you 30 days to try it out. Then if you want it after that, I think it's like you can pay $49 a month for it. I didn't know about the free thing because I've never used the free offer. I've always I paid for it because I just paid for it. So, but it is a great system. It works. Look into it. Look for a CNTMS. I'm gonna pull up their YouTube channel. They got all of their instructional videos on YouTube. So let me pull that up for you all real quick.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In addition to you having a CNTS on your end, do we need like a CNTS on our end to help us keep track of the loads?
I mean, it would be nice if you had it because remember you're doing your own thing. You don't work for us. Okay, you're setting up you are here to learn how to set up your own dispatch firm, your own freight forwarding firm, or your own freight brokerage firm. So at some point in time, I mean, you should be keeping track of all your carriers. The CNTMS is a good way for you to keep track of your carriers. Okay, because don't depend on us to keep track of your carriers. Okay, we'll build them and we'll send them the invoices to get you paid by, but you got to have a way of managing your own carriers. So these are your carriers. They're signing a dispatch agreement with you with your name on it. Not signing a dispatch agreement with RBBS. They're signing a dispatch agreement with you. So you've got to have a way of keeping track of them and being able to manage them effectively. And the CNTMS is a great way to do that. It is $49 a month. Okay, there are other TMS systems you can use that may be cheaper, and you can check into it, but you need to have some type of TMS system.
Which one do you prefer, a CNTS, TMS, or load?
We prefer the CN because that's what we use. I mean, I love the CN. It works perfect. Okay. And next week we're going to get into some training on this CN. It's just that this week when we got all these loads in, I felt that this was more important right now. This is more relevant, and this was that needed to be attended to first. So we had the training on these loads to bring everybody up to speed on the loads and get everybody to operating on these loads, so you all can get paid, the load poster can get paid. This is a game changer. I mean, 8,000 plus loads a week. I mean, per day. That's a game changer. And we have just about every load. We have a wide variety of loads now, not just flatbed. This is a game changer for us, for you all, for everybody involved. All right, but let me see here. I see in. There we go. Is InMotion Global is where you're going to be going to. You're going to see what it says InMotion Global of CNTMS. This is their. I'm going to send you all their videos. All right, there it is right there. I'm going to let this go to voicemail. Don't let that one go to voicemail. That was just, we're getting ready to wrap this up. Okay. All right, but that's the CN right there. You all got the link to it. Takes you right to their videos, and you can kind of get yourself and they got a whole library on all their features, so you can pull up and pretty much you'll learn more from these videos than you will learn from me. But we are going to have a operational training on the CNTMS this coming Saturday, next week. So we will have that. Okay. Any questions, real quick? Any questions before we wrap this up? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
I got one more question. Last week you said you were going to send us the profile sheet that somebody had one made up. And you were going to send it to all of us.
Yes. Miss Chun, somebody has gotten the hots for us right now. Hold on for a second. This is Calvin with RBBS. I'm sorry? Okay, you calling about a load? Okay, which load are you calling about? Woodland, California, going to San Diego, California. And what's the rate on that? Is it $2.50 per mile? All right, great. Hold on for a second. Let me find your dispatcher. Somebody talk to me. Somebody different this time. Somebody. Who wants a load? Who wants this load? Anybody wants this guy? Everybody shy now. Nobody wants this guy?
I need an extension.
I know. We're going to get you an extension by the end of the day. I promise you. We're going to get them all out to you. Okay? Okay. All right. So if nobody wants this guy, I'm going to send him over to 705. All right, sir. All right. I'm gonna try to connect you, but if we get disconnected or if they are busy, I want you to write this down, okay?
All right, go ahead.
It's the same number, 866-973-6445, but the extension is going to be 705.
705.
Yep, 705, and that's going to be your dispatcher, okay? One moment, let me see if I can connect you.
Calling RBBS Transport LLC. If you know your phone.
Please hold while we connect your call to 705.
All right, let him handle that. But yeah, we got to get you all y'all's extensions. Hopefully we'll get them all out to y'all before the end of the day. We'll definitely have them all out to y'all before Monday. But we're gonna try to work on them and get them all out to you all tonight and have everybody caught up with their extensions. For everybody that's on here, we're gonna be sending out the notices again for your profiles and stuff. So if you don't have your profile set up, we're gonna be sending it out to you so we can get you set up and get you all rolling. Okay, for all of the new people. All right, and we do apologize. We were working on that this week, but then we started getting all these loads in, and we just got inundated with calls after calls after calls after calls. So as you all see, we've been very busy, and not having a lot of you all up to speed or being available. We had to handle most of those calls ourselves here at the home office area. So they kind of kept us kind of tied up, kept the interns completely tied up. So, but we do apologize.
And you were going to do the profile sheet for the carriers? What their preferences are, that profile sheet?
Is it what now?
Last week you said that somebody had made out a profile form for the carriers, what their preferences were.
Oh, yeah. Connect with us on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm trying to find it right now. All right. Apparently, Charles Monday's so busy he couldn't even take that call. Yeah, I know, Charles. Well, you put me to work today. All right, cool. Charles sent over a bunch of agreements, good to go. Okay, let me find. Okay, yeah, you're gonna find me on Facebook. You're gonna shoot me a message if you're not already part of our chat group. You're gonna shoot me a message, and you're gonna go to our, and I'm gonna ask me to add you to the chat group. That's all your message is gonna say. It's gonna say add me to the chat group. We got some people that have already sent us some stuff. All right, here, Sharita said this is the agreement. DS agreement sent, check safer, look good to go. Okay, yeah, okay, I see that. Sharita. Let me find that. Okay, let me find that. I got it in here. It's on the chat group. Let's just scroll through it and we'll see if we can find it real quick. As you can see, we have a lot going on this chat group. If y'all are not on this chat group, you need to be on it. Give me a second. I know it's in here somewhere because we were just talking about this the other day, and someone sent it over. Here it is. There. The profile. No. Okay. This is one thing that you all need too. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna need this too. How can I get this over to you all? The workflow. You're gonna need this also too. But that's not what you need right now. You need to know the. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I can't find it right now, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to locate it, and I'm going to add it to the back office site, to your tools and resources. That'll just make it easy for everyone. I'm going to add it to the back office site, to your tools and resources. Now all you got to do is come here and just click on it, okay? So I'll do that as soon as we get done with this. I'll make that my priority to go in and get that done here shortly, okay? I'll make sure I put it in the back office site. And that should solve everything. All right. Do we have any more questions here real quick before we close this out for today? Any comments? Anybody want to comment? How did y'all like the training today? Anything to add? Okay. Well, y'all quiet. I got nothing to say. All right. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna say hi to everybody. Say bye to everybody. All right, Mr. Rita Mitchell, we appreciate you coming in. Mr. Jarvis King, we appreciate you joining in today. Ms. Angie B, appreciate you. Mr. Michael Worley, we surely appreciate you. Mr. Dorian, Edward E. Banks, Kim Hudson, Laura Ranger. Now we had somebody who was a guest today. Who was the guest? Who was the guest today? Talk to me. Hello? Your mic is open, but you ain't saying nothing. Right, Kim says she enjoyed the training. Sean says that it was a blast. Aaron Flippin, just excited about the changes going forward, and thanks. You're welcome. Serena, I enjoyed the training. I enjoyed having you all. Thank you all so much. All right, great.
Calvin, you got anonymous up there. That's me, Zoe Henderson.
Zoe Henderson, anonymous. Yeah. How you doing?
All right, brother.
All right.
Definitely a game changer, man. With that send alert button, you know.
Yes, it is. Mr. Charles Jarvis King is all smile, showing nothing but teeth. Like that. All right. Let me go ahead and do this for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody so we can say our goodbyes and everything. All right, there we go. All right, everybody, I appreciate you all. We got a lot of good things going on. Remember, everybody keep that sharing attitude because, look, this works, but it works 1,000 times more when you get rid of that greed factor. And remember what the billionaire told me. And if you follow that, I mean, like I said, not everybody is going to grasp that concept. And frankly, this is the reason why only 10% of the population is wealthy, and only 1% is independently wealthy. So they grasp something that nobody else can grasp. Everybody else has got that crab in the bucket mentality. You get with that type of mentality, and you can create the kind of wealth you want to create. Plain and simple. Okay? But I thank you all. I appreciate you all. We're going to be here again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Every Saturday at 10:15 a.m. Thanks again. For those of you who are guests with us, or those of you who are listening to this broadcast, if you want to become part of our platform, look us up on YouTube at the Earn While You Learn Freight Broker Training and Consulting. Look us up on there. Click on it. More info. You see the link down below. Click on it. Takes you right to our download center. We have a one-time enrollment fee of $299.95. That is the only fee you ever pay us out of pocket. Everything else we get, we only make money when you make money. That's the perfect type of program to have. And we walk you through and consult with you and have this type of training with you every week, every day. So you can always contact us. Or give us a call, 866-973-6445, extension 1 or extension 2. Thank you all again. I really appreciate each and every one of you all.
Come on, John. What a bathroom.
And
Get your fishing pole.
You all have a great weekend.
What a bathroom, man.